a little bit. Now that I've seen the need, and you guys fight to get the need, and we bring the A game, we bring on the top experts. There's literally no other really content creators that can actually hold a light to what we're doing. So we're going to up our game a little bit. We're going to have a sponsor come in. They're going to pour in some money into this thing, and we're going to roll it out bigger than ever, guys. So, but I promise you, it's going to be super easy. In terms of seeing the content, it will be no problem. So let's wait for my partner in crime to arrive, Miss Dewey. This guy's got a little screwed up on the time thing, so bear with me. Yeah, we got to hit that 10K, guys, on TikTok. Very important. I don't ask a lot of you guys, but share this thing 10, 15, 20, 30 times during the live, but certainly share this with your friends so they can click on, and we're going to make it super easy, guys, but we need to get this thing built up to 10,000. And Cynthia, I'm enjoying Texas. We got here the first day, it was rainy. It actually got down in the 60s, so yours truly didn't bring a jacket to Texas, so it was a little bit nippy outside last night. But guys, it's beautiful weather. Love Texas, the great state of Texas, right? We love Texas. What's up, my comrade?
Hello. Good evening.
My partner in crime has arrived to the scene.
We are ready to rock and roll. Look at all these people in here. 430 people already. And you were worried.
I was just telling them, we're going to rebrand it a little bit. We're going to add some more bells and whistles. I haven't even told Duty, got a sponsor probably coming on that's a high league sponsor that's going to, they see what we've done, right? And they reached out to me yesterday. They're like, hey, I've known this guy for a while, but he sees the need for bringing the A game, right? And
look who else is here.
Oh, Lord, my friend Coco has arrived back.
Coco
Welcome
has
in, Coco.
arrived, y'all.
Hi from Canada. We love Canada.
I'm a little upset that you don't have a wig on for our first day back in a while.
I tricked you guys.
You haven't tricked anyone since you were born, my friend. You tricked your mom.
You guys were waiting to see what wig I was going to be wearing.
So, Dewey, what do you think about this getting a sponsor on board?
I think it sounds amazing, and I knew that it was all possible. Just because right now you're tracking all this trailer trash, they all went down.
Guys, I have to listen. I have to admit something, right?
Oh boy!
I thought my new handle was funny, right? But what I didn't know, I didn't know I couldn't change it back until like 7 days.
Hey, I let everybody know that you did not ask permission to change your name either.
That's right. I'm being controlled.
That's right. And I want to let everybody know that today is National Barbie Day, just to let y'all know.
Oh, congratulations.
I'm dead serious. It's a national holiday. And I had ordered clothes to be wearing, and they didn't have them. You can ask everybody. I did it on my live. I ordered DoorDash, and they were out of stock.
Hey, Dewey, a couple of people's asking about, is this the new channel, yada, yada. Can you explain it real quick that we're going to rebrand this and make it better to stick with us? And the name is going to change. But guys, wait until you see the new name and the new branding. You guys are going to be like, what in the world?
So there's been a little bit of mishap. Everyone has seen through the last, 3 days? And I have been going through our Discord. I hope that you've noticed there's a ton of trolls that were in there. They've been getting weeded out. So it's went down from like 725 to whatever. Numbers don't matter unless you have the people that care. And those are the people that we want. So Jamie did a little bit of, trolling the trolls. And and he needs a little fiddle. If you guys can send that to his P.O. box, we'd appreciate it.
Oh, look at that.
The rebranding is something that needs to happen anyway. There is, I want to tell everybody, a fake account that is going around that is fake, but this one is real because I can't tell you how many messages I got the day that you changed your name of Dewey. Oh my gosh, I think that Jamie got hacked. So people were unfollowing because they thought you got hacked, but little did they know, it's just a little bit of rebranding.
I thought it was funny.
I think it's hilarious.
And listen, guys, I know there are going to be crazy people in here, but please make more accounts for me because it's free publicity. You know how many messages I'm getting. And Dewey, I haven't said anything. I'll say it now. The what got the sponsors' attention were the fake accounts and all the drama. So, guys, clap it up for the trolls because they got us a sponsor. I'm going to sign with them Monday of next week. And it was, Dewey, it's all because of all the drama and people was saying all this crazy stuff. And that's what got the sponsors' attention. They're like, hey, you must be doing something right because you got a bunch of haters out there. And I'm like, let's get it, baby.
I told you, if you don't have haters, you're not making it.
Yeah. But I wish I knew who I think we know who the people are, right? But I wish I knew them by like a way of contacting them. I would really send them flowers because they're going to help grow they have helped to start the grow of this thing. My sponsor has a social media expert that does a couple tabloids, right? So they're well versed in this thing. He says that we should be able to grow this thing to at least 100,000 within the first 30, 60 days once the sponsor gets on board. And nothing's going to change, guys. You won't see anything change on TikTok. But thank you to the haters. I didn't know that's how that worked, Dewey, but thank you.
I told you, and the more you keep going live, the more they hate it. If you don't go live, you're not making it. Yeah. You just keep going and doing your thing. I had them in my live today, and they were just continuously saying the same word, but it keeps your chat going. So they don't realize that they're just helping you.
I don't know. I think this guy's going to throw somewhere in the range of probably 40 to 50,000 to start, and that's going to help with the other accounts and the other platforms. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Never really thought we'd have a sponsor, do we? But it looks like we're going to have one here soon.
I think it's...
Look, nobody recognizes me because I don't have a wig. So
you don't have a wig on. They're like, who is this guy?
I'll be right back. I can't disappoint everybody. Hold on.
Let your haters be the motivators. That's right.
I'm going to try to bring a friend of mine up here real quick. Just for a moment. Guys, we'll get started talking about the Nancy Guthrie case. There's some stuff out there. Hi, Bubba.
Hey, Jamie. Hi. How are you?
I'm doing
Hello.
well.
How are you?
Hey, and Dewey, how's it going over there?
How are you?
Well, I'm doing super duper. No complaints on my end.
Bubba brings that voice of calm and reason, Dewey, to the ball game. I love Bubba.
I'm just kind of curious here, but I can get into my curiosity at another time. I'm just gonna lay back here.
Oh, no. You can tell us.
Well, no. I'd like to just see what's on the docket for today.
The docket. The people's docket, Bubba.
Yeah.
The people's docket is going to bring more chatter about the Nancy Guthrie case. Bubba, what do you think? I mean, she is still missing, still out there. What in the world is going on with Pima County? And look at my cohort, Bubba.
Hello, Richard.
Howdy.
Oh, I don't know if I should just get on over there and give you a smooch. It's Richard, not Rochelle. I apologize.
It was Rochelle, Bubba. You always have to have one class clown.
Yeah. Hey, I have no idea, folks, what's going on over there in regards to Nancy Guthrie. It is kind of a circus. I guess a crime scene. Well, I've heard of a contaminated crime scene, but I think this is kind of a first. This is a recontaminated crime scene.
It's just it's just beyond the pale of craziness, Bubba. Guys, real quick, let me give Bubba a shout out. If you're not following Bubba, you're not following anyone. This is the guy, Dewey, to follow. His platform is so amazing. And let me tell you, once you see what he does, Dewey, he is super talented at what he does and just brings the. I love Bubba. I love Bubba.
I follow Bubba, but I've never caught him live. So, do you have a time that you go live normally, or?
No, whenever I'm in the mood.
You got to be consistent. Yeah. Consistency is key.
Well, I'm in it for just fun and games. There's nothing serious about what I do on TikTok, but I love sitting back. I love producing. I love just being behind the scenes. That's my thing. But getting back to this Nancy Guthrie case, I don't know. You've got a lot of armchair detectives that are out there on the case. We had our fella out there. What was his name? JBM. What is it? JLR.
Yes.
Oh, good. Have you ever had a chance to get him on the channel?
I reached out to him yesterday. He is thinking about actually picking up and moving and leaving there, but I would love to bring him on and just pick his brain. Not only the case, but just some of the crazies that come out, Bubba. They've had a girl out there almost naked the other night. They've had a lady go out there and seening. They've had a bunch of pizza deliveries, and I would just like to see what he sees in terms of just the crazy circus that's going on. That's a story in itself.
Yeah, I haven't watched him much, but times that I have tuned in, he seems to be there on the sideline taking it all in. He seems to have a pretty good gift of gab, being able to let people tell their stories. But and I'm seeing some of these other folks popping up with Nancy Guthrie channels. But they are kind of getting a little out of hand, and I'm going to just come right out here and tell you that when you do your show here on TikTok, Jamie, you keep things balanced. I don't hear a lot of the real oddball conspiracy theories going on here. Yeah, they are, but people are treated respectfully, and you allow them to voice their opinion, and I think that's really good. I think it's from that approach of there are no right or wrong answers. Just bring Nancy home.
Right.
And sometimes it's that oddball, quirky thing that everybody else dismissed or just to complain overlooked. Is the key to solving these type cases, in my opinion.
Bubba, you hit something on the head, and you and I have talked somewhat off air. And I go to Bubba when I have questions, or I listen to Bubba because Bubba has some good wisdom. But that's the deal, Bubba. There's so many people that'll get on here, and if you disagree with them, they just ball you out in front of the thousands of people that are watching. And you're right, Bubba. I keep saying that you could put a theory for the Nancy Guthrie case in a big cup and draw them one by one.
Yeah.
And you're not going to draw anything that's crazy or wacky because they're all good opinions and good theories based on the evidence that we have. And Bubba, I'm going to tell you something. The group we have are a bunch of smart cyber sleuths, buddy. These people are on top of it.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that makes
Be careful.
The folks down there and their search efforts much different than, say, what you experience in Florida or somebody else in Illinois or Ohio, is the terrain. That's some pretty rugged terrain around her home. And I've taken a look at some of the topography maps down there. And this was back several weeks ago when folks were talking about, well, why don't we have search parties? I think they have something called rattlesnakes down there.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Uh,
super dangerous.
yeah, and the people that are walking through the desert. Um, I don't know who on here is familiar with. There's a name for those guys that will walk through the desert late at night, and they travel late at night because of the heat during the day. And
The nomads.
what is it called?
Is that a nomad?
They're maybe kind of nomads with and I'm not surprised to see the backpacks in the middle of the night. Um, I know one of our restaurant locations is in an urban area, and there are unhoused people around, and they all seem to have backpacks. And I'm watching cameras in the middle of the night, and I'll see them come on the property. They'll go into the dumpster area. They always try the doors. They're not bashing them in, but they will try them. Um, and
Hey,
and
Bubba, real quick, the family here, I like to call this the People's Crime Network family, Bubba. They're
mhm.
saying coyotes was the name you were looking for, possibly. Coyotes.
No, these are humans. They no, that's
No,
these
no,
are.
these are like the human smugglers that get people across the border.
Coyotes.
Oh no, I'm thinking about individuals. They're just out
Okay.
there, kind of. Back in my day, you would kind of equate them to hobos that would
Okay,
jump on a
gotcha.
freight train. Um, I I don't know. It's out of my wheelhouse. That's something that I don't know about, so I'm not comfortable really talking about. But
Right.
just from watching the video and looking at that area, that's one of those areas where you don't have street lights at night. Um, because I've seen that JLR driving around live,
You know,
and
Bubba, real quick, do you know why there are no street lights in that area?
I believe there's an observatory,
Yes.
um,
Yes.
uh, some kind of science center or observatory.
We have Jason in the room, which now, Jason, you've changed your name. I've changed my name. So welcome. Nice to meet you. Hey, Bubba, Jason lives in the greater Tucson area.
Hey, Jason, how you
What's going on,
feeling over
Bubba?
there?
How are you?
I'm doing super duper, man. Hey, bring me up to speed. I think some other folks may want to know. What's the terrain like around this Nancy Guthrie home?
A lot of shrub, a lot of trees. Um, that's pretty much it. I mean, if you literally, and this is JLR did a thing, I want to say a couple of nights ago, where he stayed there all not all night, but stayed there for, till it got pitch black outside, and you literally there's no street lights because of the observatory. That you cannot literally see her house at all because there's no lights on, there's no nothing. So he did this like experiment to see, and he put his hand out in front of his camera. You couldn't even see his hand. That's how dark it is there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, people have people. I mean, I know that they have. There's lights out there and stuff, but it's not. It doesn't. It's not like it would light up the street or light up the sky for any reason. They just a lot of these people apparently just don't have lights out there.
Jason, let me ask you a question. Let's say that I don't know the area, right? So let's say that I flew out there and took a rental car to Nancy Guthrie's home, and I parked a mile away from her house and walked up that roadway. How difficult would it be without some type of flashlight or artificial lighting?
It'd be impossible. You literally would have to either have somebody. If you're walking towards her house, you would literally have to have somebody driving with with their high beams on, even their just regular lights on. From what JLR is saying, I mean, I obviously know the area because my family has had friends that lived, 5-6 miles from there. And I have been in the area, at parties and stuff 30 years ago, and it's dark, but I
Hold on one
would
second,
say,
Jason. Hold on one second. Hey, can the room research tell us what the moon was doing on Friday night and Saturday? Was it a quarter moon, half moon, full moon? If you guys could research that and let us know, where was the moon? How was it that night? Sorry, Jace. I just wanted to.
oh, that's okay. I'll answer that question right now. It was a full moon.
Full moon.
And when there's a full moon, I mean, it lights up the sky pretty well. But if you, like, going back to what you were saying, you would have to have a flashlight in order to walk down her street.
Okay.
I mean, it is very, very, it's actually scary dark down there from what JLR was saying. And not only JLR, but his friends that do YouTube, that are YouTubers and stuff, they were there with him, and they were saying that it's eerie, scary how dark it is there.
Well, and Bubba, just to catch you up, if you don't know, we call Bubba. We've named the bad guy on the patio. We've named him the creepy video guy. But the creepy video guy had some type of pin light or some type of light in his mouth, illuminating his pathway as he walked. So he certainly had that illuminated with some type of pin light that was it was in his mouth.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Jamie, I don't think that's unusual for somebody who is out there, if they're campers, if they are a nomad of sorts. I would expect them to have a book of matches, a cigarette lighter, some kind of flashlight, just the bare minimum. But my theory is, I I don't know. I've got it in my bones that a medical emergency occurred that night. Whatever happened, maybe they were it was an intruder. There was a medical emergency that occurred. Um, I don't think it was intentional, and but they were able to get in with a vehicle. Because you're not going to have somebody carrying this 150-pound woman down the street in the middle of the night.
yeah, I mean, that's certainly plausible. And that's the big thing about it, Bubba. They, I'm not going to complain anymore. We've complained and point fingers at law enforcement, but 2 weeks after this this abduction, kidnapping, whatever you want to describe it, a neighbor about 2 miles away said, "Oh, by the way, I have some ring door video that shows passing cars," and it was amazing. As desolate as that area was or is, there were a lot of vehicle traffic up and down that road. I believe, right, Jason?
I think it was the next street over is where the because remember they were talking about this 2 mile radius, and it was the
Right.
street over from Nancy where all of these cars were coming and going, and they were, I mean, what it looked like to me is they were coming in and coming out at a pretty decent high speed rate of speed.
Yeah.
So
So Bubba, bring some other people up. But let me tell you something. If I see Bubba in the house, I always acknowledge my friend. He's one of the first guys I met on TikTok that I actually reached out and had a conversation with. Bubba just has that trusting appearance about him. So, guys,
Well, I
please follow
appreciate
Bubba.
it.
He's an amazing guy.
Well, I
Bubba, we're going to bring
appreciate
some
it.
other
Thank
people
you for the
up.
kindness.
Hold on one second. Give us your great wisdom for the evening. I know you have something to give us.
I just say tune in. That's all they can do. They can tune in. They can follow you. Uh, Jamie is the real deal, folks. And you never know. From time to time, you're gonna have to stand by while he goes live on national network TV. But folks, you'll get a chance to see him behind the scenes and see how the news is put together. And he does his part, and you can see it what it actually looks like from behind the scenes. And I think that is what sets you apart, Jamie, from a lot of these other folks. You have other resources out there that you can call upon, whether they be in the media or in law enforcement. So you can double dip.
I like that term.
You've got friends on both sides of the fence, and the experts that you have been able to bring on has been phenomenal. So, you know,
It's definitely
I
a
respect
team
what you're
effort.
doing.
It's a team effort, Bubba. You know what it takes to pull this stuff off, and it's an entire team.
And I see Dewey over there. She's over there. She's like your Ed McMahon.
How you doing up there, Ed?
You know Howard Stern.
Hello,
who did
Edith McMahon.
Howard Stern have for it was Robin, right?
Robin Quivers.
Yeah.
Robin always. She has done this for what, 25, almost 30 years.
I love Robin.
Yeah, Robin she has been that voice of reason. She is the calm in the studio, right alongside Howard. And yes, hello there, Robin Dewey.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I try.
Richard, how you doing over there? What
I'm
are you?
doing good. I kind of like Ed. We'll call her Ed from now
Yes.
on.
Hey, that's okay. I'll just continue to call you Coco.
All right, never mind. Forget it.
Oh my God.
Forget it.
All right, folks. Hey, let me slip down. Thank you very much for having me on board.
We love you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. I think. Wait, somebody's giving me some points. Ho 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 ho. No. Don't do that, people. Please don't do that. No. I appreciate it, but
Much love, my brother. I appreciate you. And
well, thank you for
always a
having me
gentleman.
over. This is Bubba out.
Bubba is out.
Bubba out.
Dewey, wouldn't you love to have Bubba as like our opening announcer? Could you imagine?
Jamie's resources are unlike any other creators.
You guys haven't seen anything yet. These I brought in the A-listers, Dewey, but they're kind of like the A- listers. I haven't brought the true A-listers on. I'm saving that for the new platform. So
Coco, did you hear that? He just called you an A-.
I know. I heard him. He's been doing that for 30 years. I'm used to it. I used to have commanders and captains always come up and congratulate him all the time on my cases. And he would never sit there and say, that was Coco's case. He would just say, thank you.
Hey, everybody that's in here, if you haven't yet, drop a follow. This is really Jamie's page. He just, over the weekend, he started chasing a little bit of this and a little bit of that and got stuck in the trailer park. But he's back. And if you can drop a follow and a heart me, we appreciate it.
Jason and I are probably the most two-hated people on TikTok, by the way.
Hey, if you're doing that, you're making it.
Especially after today.
I saw Jason, and I was snooping and pooping last night, and I saw Jason in a live, and my God, man, they were after him so bad.
Jason, you know what? You're making it in life then.
There's a reason I went into that live, Jamie.
I know.
Oh.
I saw.
Do you know why I went into that live?
Hold on, guys. I'm getting an important call. This is an upcoming guest.
I'm not calling you, so it's not that
I was going to
important.
say, I'm not calling you, so it can't be too important.
So I will tell you why I was in this other live last night. Because the main host in this live, was putting out a threat towards me.
Are you serious?
And it was not a very fun threat.
Wow.
It was an unaliving threat.
For real?
For real. And I went in there and I just absolutely reamed her and reamed all the guests that were in that live. Because they were pushing her and pushing her to say stuff. They were going after me like no other live has ever gone after me.
Hey, I want to tell you something while we're on that subject really quick. They've been coming after me too. and they wanted to make sure that I talked to you and apologized for the times that we were discussing things. And I was like, I really don't know. Jason has the ring. And I'm like, they have no idea that I talk to Jason daily. So yeah, I have told him. And they don't know what's going on behind the scenes of any kind. So yeah, I mean, they're holding lives about me, about you as well. So we're making it.
We
I
are
was
the
listening
biggest
to
stars.
some people earlier doing the same thing. They were talking about how they could get in or sneak into the chat, and I was unbelievable.
Hey, if they're trying to sneak in, we only did that when we were back in high school, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I just couldn't, because they were adults. I mean, they sounded like adults. Maybe they're not adults.
I think they're
whatever.
mentally not all there.
Yeah,
That
I was
is
gonna
what
say
I
that
was
without saying
getting. I was getting that last night.
It's like, why would you sit there and there's like 6 people discussing this, doing this?
Dewey, they're jealous, girl. You know what? They have nothing to be jealous of. Jealousy gets you nowhere in life, guys. Gets you nowhere. You're better off to be kind and just move on.
Yep. I'm kind all the time, and then I end up getting crapped on. I'm coming back as a
That's
bird.
awful.
When I
As a
pass
what?
away, I am coming back as a bird so that I can crap on everybody that's ever crapped on me.
Oh my gosh.
Since we
That's
have
good.
started this live, the whole time I've been on my phone, it's people saying, did I get blocked? Did I get blocked? If
Oh,
you're not
really?
in here and you've been blocked for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they said that actually.
Dewey?
They're like,
Oh,
well,
yeah, they
I want to
texted
get
me.
in without getting blocked. That's what
Hey
they were
guys,
talking
hold on one
about.
second. Stand by. Dewey, you're not going to believe who I have on the phone.
JLR?
You can't see that, can you?
No.
No, I have my good friend and legal eagle, right? Brad Conway. He's going to start joining us pretty soon. Brad Conway, going back to the Casey Anthony case.
Yes.
Brad represented George and Cindy, and Brad's been a friend for over 30 years, trusted friend, loyal friend, good civil and criminal lawyer. He knows the entertainment laws, right?
Colleen said,
Brad, you're on with the listen. We've named this the People's Crime Network. Brad, it should be right up your alley. Hi.
The People's Crime Network, Jamie. I am looking forward to joining you. We've got a lot to talk about. Things are heating up. Savannah Guthrie.
Yeah.
yes.
There's so much to talk about, Jamie. Looking forward to it. Can't wait to get in front of the audience and see what they have to throw in at us.
Brad, this is a left ball. You know me. I mean, I like throwing those bombs. And you're an A-lister, but you're going to be part of the show here very soon. But let me ask you a question. I called you. It was a spontaneous call. I know you're busy. Brad, if this case comes to where someone's actually charged and arrested, the government's going to have some problems with some of the way this stuff was handled, I believe, right?
I think you're absolutely correct, and that's been one of the most frustrating things for me, Jamie, and probably for you too. As two professionals, your career as a detective and my career as a criminal defense lawyer, we look at what law enforcement does in their investigations, and sometimes what they do and what they don't do can make or break the case. Let's go back a few years and talk about O.J. Simpson, right? So there are a lot of things that I've seen happening, and I'm sure that we're going to be able to discuss this over about 10 or 15 shows because there's so much of it. Things of interest that will affect the outcome, good or bad, should they find somebody that they can arrest and charge.
Well, I just wanted to bring you on. Brad is super busy, guys. I told him, look, I texted him. I'm like, Brad, you've got to call me ASAP. Brad, it was about another matter that we're getting ready to work, right? So I didn't trick you.
No, absolutely not, Jamie, and I'm happy. I can't wait to join you, man. I got to get a few other professional obligations out of the way, and then it's going to be you and I and a great audience.
Well, brother, I got much love for you. Go
Hey,
ahead, Dewey.
really quickly, would you ask him what his thoughts are on the defense attorney in the Corey trial that's going on right now, the Corey Richens trial.
Brad, I have an earpiece on. You can't hear my my cohort there, but do you know the Corey Richards trial that's going on?
Refresh my memory.
It's too long. I'm not going to do it because I'm in an earpiece and it's not going to work. But we'll catch up on that one.
Send him that trial, or I'll send it to you and then message it on to him.
All right,
I'd like
Mr.
to hear
Brad
his thoughts.
Conway, guys, you heard it. That guy is a squared away legal eagle, straight up A-lister. So, Brad, thank you so much. Much love, and I can't wait till you come on.
Looking forward to it, Jamie. Talk to you soon, my brother.
All right, my man. Bye-bye. Dude, it don't get much better than some of these people we have on, right?
I would love to hear his thoughts on that defense on that case is wild. If you guys, even just for one day, or when we get off at nighttime, there is a YTer that covers every single day of the Corey Richens trial. She is phenomenal. And that trial is unlike any other trial I've ever seen. I mean, it's supposed to last 5 to 8 weeks long every day from 9 o'clock until 4:30, 5 o'clock every day.
Have we seen Steve doing it? Steve appears
Yeah,
to
but
be
I
I
missing.
can't-
talked to him earlier.
He's
Did-
private,
did the
and I
other
can't.
side- maybe he was part of that 3%. Maybe he went with the ladies. You know, the
No, I
trailer
think
trash.
he got irritated when you called us A- people or whatever. And I think he's like, I'm out of here. See ya.
No, he's trying
He
to
was-
get in, but he switched his account to private because those 3%ers were trying to follow him and they were sending him crazy messages.
Yeah,
Wait
that's
until
okay.
I tell him you call
Listen,
him an A- guy.
here's the deal, and we're not going to spend a lot of time, but the cyber stalking laws are very stringent, and let's just say that's being worked on.
I love seeing you with that cowboy hat on it.
I love that cowboy hat. But Dewey, does it get any better to have the actual attorney that worked on the Casey Anthony case as part of this platform?
I mean, we've been asking and we've been talking about the Casey Anthony case the whole time. Not to mention, Casey Anthony is on this platform.
Yes, she is.
Do you know that?
Real quick, Brad and I used to do a little TikTok back in the days, just playing around, and Casey came into our live one night. Now we couldn't get her to turn her camera on or come up on the box, but she was following us. So Casey does follow me. She follows under an assumed name like the other losers
Yep.
that don't have the balls to put out their real name. But Casey does follow this account.
She is cray cray, and I can't believe there were actually people supporting her. I went in one day to her live, and people were throwing gifts at her.
Ugh.
Brad and I, we were goading her the night that she was in. She was been in a couple nights, but we were like, please, Casey, sue us so we can get into the discovery and get your phone calls and get your emails. But she's just all talk, all hat, no horse.
Hey, Steve is in here, but I can't invite him up. He is asking to come up, but he's private. I can't bring you up, Steve.
Dude, you need to unlock your account and so people can find you. I can't believe you're afraid of a bunch of bully women. Jesus Christ.
Wow. So they ran him off, huh?
Hey, it's so bad that people that are following him have 0 followers, and they're only following like me, Jamie, Rich, Steve. They have 0 followers, but they've got 3 common denominators they're following.
These people are pathetic. We know
But
who it
I'm
is.
the
They've
common
been
denominator
identified.
in here that makes people get blocked, just so you guys know. I don't know how
They've
many
been
times I've heard that.
identified, We
We're
identify them all.
impressed. Actually, you do a great job. I don't know how you can pay attention and watch that all the time. That's great.
I can't chew gum and walk at the same time.
Hey, and I'm on my phone doing it, on here doing it, answering questions, responding to people that want to know why such and such is blocked. You know, we'll get it all worked out.
That's
Let's
because you're
talk
amazing.
let's talk a little Nancy, but let me say this before we move on. You're blocked because number one, I don't like you. You're blocked because number one, you're pushy and obnoxious. You're blocked because you have nothing to bring to the People's Crime Network. You're blocked because you're in some basement on a keyboard. You're blocked because I want to block people, and I love when Dewey blocks people that needs to be blocked. That was 5 reasons. Give me 2 more reasons why they're blocked, Dewey.
Trailer trash.
Trailer trash. There you go.
And don't forget, because I'm in here now.
Oh yeah, you're going to cause more content creations with.
Oh, you could drop me if you want, Jamie.
Bro, you're part of the family. I ain't dropping you.
Yeah, you can't get rid of you now.
But no,
Darn.
seriously, honest to God, I know you guys are like, I don't know if you're all horned up because you see my smiling face on here or what it is, but you're blocked because I don't like you. That's why you're
But
blocked.
Jamie really knows that you guys are blocked just because I'm the common denominator. And the night that I told you that I think it's best for you to only have one mod, do you know how crazy they went over that? They're like, Dewey really is controlling him. She only wants him to have one mod because she
doesn't-
wants to have all the
hold on,
power.
hold on. I'm getting something from my producer. Steve chickened out and has his account on private, so I can't bring Steve in. So Steve needs to unblock his account. That's the only way I got to explain it, guys. You're going to be on here, have some big balls, and you gotta
Oh boy.
have some big balls, Steve. Unblock your account so we can bring you on.
And I can tell you right now, for anybody else out there, none of these other guys that are in here want to mod for Jamie right now because it's a shit show right now.
But it got us a sponsor.
That's right. Foley, hello.
But no, seriously, enough's enough. I mean, we don't even need to talk about these people. They're getting more people. We're getting more DMs, and I just want to say thank you to the haters, because if it wasn't for the haters, I don't think we would have gotten the sponsor. That's what the sponsor picked up on. You have so many people doing fake accounts. Dan Bongino, people hate him, but he's making trillions of dollars a year. So, all right, where are we at with Nancy? Good night. Does anyone know what day
I want
it
to
is?
start it off with, do you know anything about the missed court date on the 7th? Is that true, or is that a false statement for Luke?
I don't know anything about it. I'm still looking for Steve. Steve's lost in the wind here.
Steve, did you unfriend me too? Did those haters get to you so much that you started hating me?
Where
I
is
just
Griffin?
talked to him like 30 minutes ago. He was good to go.
I heard that he had a court date, but I didn't know exactly what day it was. But
I saw that somebody said it was on the 7th.
Yeah, guys, please share and tap this. Let's blow this thing up and show these people that the PCN family are real. JC's not being controlled. I'm not a robot under Dewey's guidance. Yes, Dewey, what do we do now? Follow the page, guys. Tap, tap, tap. Let's get this thing over 1 million.
Okay, guys, I'm getting to the messages. I wanted to know if somebody can send me validation that his court date was continued, or did he not show up? Which one is it? Because there's a difference. A continuance and a no-show is totally different.
You know, oddly about that, I cannot see him missing a court date. I mean, the lawyer he has is a very competent lawyer, Dewey. I mean, he's on fire. He's been practicing for years. He has a great relationship with the federal and state court. So I would find it hard pressed that he would miss a court date, but I don't know.
The 7th was a Saturday. They're saying maybe it's May 7th.
And that upcoming appearance is for what? Do we know the exact?
I don't. That's somebody messaged me that, and I don't know all the information on it. That's why
Yeah, I just don't see. I don't see him missing a court date. I really, really don't. That would be pretty much detrimental to his health. Plus, I don't think his lawyer would let him do that. I still don't see Steve. Oh,
court
Steve
docket.
is here, guys. So don't think that Dewey's not allowing him up. Steve is doing something right now. He's watching, but he had a commitment, Dewey, that he had to attend to. So he's finishing that commitment.
Okay, thank you for clarifying. It looks like it was continued on the court docket for May 7th. What is the actual? He said he wasn't ready yet. I don't think that's how that works, is it?
no, No, I think I'm going to take a couple more days off. I'm not really ready to go to court. It's not how that works. Not, at least not in Arizona. I mean, maybe in other parts of the country it does, but not here. I'd be interested in finding out what it's for.
They're talking about Steve not being ready yet. No, we're talking about Luke and his case. It was for another case. Oh, the rug case. Okay, so it wasn't anything else. It was about the rug and the pew pew that they found in his vehicle when they did the search warrant.
Oh, okay.
Did Jamie just fall? Steve said. He just fell out. Patty, hello. Luke's court date was not missed. It was officially continued to May 19th, 2026.
He sent me a picture yesterday, I think. No, maybe it was the day before yesterday, where he fell down and his wife was laughing at him. That was awesome.
So, what did we find out about the court date?
It is continued to May 19th. The first thing they said is he wasn't ready yet to go to court. And I said, I don't think that's how that works.
What's the charge?
It's for rugs and the pew pew that they found when the search warrant happened.
You know, I've got my take on that thing. And, you know, let's flush that out for a minute. And I want to hear from the room. My life alert did not go off, guys. My Apple Watch is
Sorry. I'm trying to be serious, but it's hard.
Yeah, there's no time for that right now, Rich. Hold on, we're trying to work a case.
Oh, you guys are gonna make me have to get a life alert at a young age.
I don't know if it's the ladies in the trailers or Rich. Huh. What do you think? All right. Hey, let's bring this up for a minute, and I need to know in the room. And I'm going to just tell you from experience, right? So if I'm working a case and my focus is on the Nancy Guthrie case, you putting down are you tracking what I'm putting down, Dewey? And I work that case, but I gain intelligence that one of my potential witnesses, persons of interest, suspect, whatever you want to call them, may be involved in another criminal act. You with me?
Mm-hmm.
If I have an informant, and I'm not saying, read in between the lines, family. If I have an informant that's giving me information and they're saying Nancy Guthrie's at that house, which some of that it came out. Remember that? Someone had seen her in the house. But if I have an informant that's telling me A, B, and C about that house, that it's connected to the Guthrie case, and I'm up on that house trying to get a search warrant, as I'm doing that, if I see a Range Rover that is alleged to have been involved in other crimes, such as possibly the crimes he's connected to now that's going to court, that may have been actually a separate spinoff, and we call them spinoffs of the original case. You understand what I'm putting down? And Rich can expound on that a little bit. I believe...
No, I got you. You're saying that the Range Rover...
The drugs and everything is a spinoff from whatever tips they got to get the search warrant.
Yeah, I mean, you can work the two cases at the same time. I got what you're saying. I wondered that too, actually. So,
but here's the caveat to that. If in fact that turned out to be a spinoff, they still had enough probable cause to go before a magistrate to get the search warrant authorized and signed. They're going to continue working that lead or whatever evidence they had to get that search warrant for Luke's house, right? But now they have potential charges unrelated to the Nancy Guthrie case that they actually can use as leverage over Luke. So if Luke knows anything, this would be the time to be either a witness or a defendant. So I think that leverage
that's a good point.
is going to be greatly used by the government in this case if he knows something, right? Or any defendant in that position. I mean, we flip people all the time.
yeah, that's a good point. I actually agree with you on that too. I also think that and I'm not saying him, I'm saying anybody that they have on their suspect list, they may actually be getting close and just I've said this 100 times. They just don't have enough. They could probably make the arrest, but they're looking at conviction at this point. How are we going to get this guy convicted? And honestly, if I was the investigator on this case right now, it would take a whole lot of stuff for me to try to write that case. Just because there's the evidence and everything, half of it, probably more than half, probably 75% of it's probably going to get chucked.
Well,
Don't
here's,
you think?
here's how you combat that, Rich. Let's say, and remember, when I get back from traveling, I'm going to set a whiteboard up in the studio so we can have a whiteboard. Because I was talking about this and alluded to it the other night. If you had a pro versus con in this case, you're going to write down all the things that are pro, which means good searches yielding good evidence that can't be suppressed in a suppression hearing. You're going to have good witnesses that bring something to the table. You're going to have good digital or some type of device information that possibly would tie that suspect to the case. And then over here, you're going to have the cons. You're going to have released the crime scene too early. You're going to have contamination of that crime scene, yada, 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 right? And what you do in these cases, and Rick, Homicide Rick talked about this a couple of weeks ago, you rehabilitate what you have screwed up or what screwed up in the case, and you bring that over to the pro side. So you may lose something along the way, but you have to go to that pro list and say, okay, what can we indict or make an arrest on based on 100% good, solid evidence and information. Am I correct there, Rich?
You are. And you know what we keep forgetting too is the inside of that residence. They could have gotten a treasure trove. We don't know that. We're just guessing by the way they treated the exterior that maybe they messed that up too. But maybe they didn't. Maybe they have some really good leads from the inside and they're just waiting to tie it all together. I still feel that way.
I worked a case in the private sector that I was representing a Russian mob. And what I'll be fast about this. I'm not going to tell any war stories, but I'll tell you where I'm going. This Russian mob would have these women, and they open up, umpteen massage parlors, etc. And we know what happens there, right? So the government, as a matter of fact, it was my old unit over at MBI that investigated this and brought the indictments against these leaders. And they had a treasure trove of evidence. They had statements, they had video, they had a lot of good evidence. But over here, you've got one UC cop that I was able to determine that violated policy by undressing to a certain point, which you're not allowed to do. They had so much negative things, right? So we honed in on the negative things. The government, very capable prosecutor at the U.S. Attorney's Office, he knew where I was going with this, and he called me one day. He's like, "Good luck." So the battle was on between us, right? But at the end of the day, we screwed up that case so bad. Some HIDTA money, which is high intensity drug trafficking money, was poured into that investigation. At the end of the day, they spent $1.9 million to arrest for misdemeanor prostitution or solicitation to commit a lewd act. Long and short of it, my 2 or 3 defendants in that walked scot-free. The judge dismissed the case because we showed all of the stuff on the con list, right? And the government just couldn't come out of that. I mean, it was so egregious on some of the stuff that we uncovered. And that's my concern in this case. How much egregious activity does the government have on baggage? And I'll call it baggage. And the other thing is the sheriff's statements. If I'm on the defense team of this thing, we'll get that next week or this weekend with Conway when he gets on live. But if I'm a defense lawyer on the defense team on that, the sheriff is going to be uno number 1 on my witness list to call as a witness, because he'll blow it out for the defense. What's up, Steve? You decided to join us?
I'm sorry. I was in purgatory for the last hour and a half. You kept me blocked, so.
I didn't block you. You got on private.
I'm just kidding.
You can't let those trailer trash women scare you away.
I I was tired of getting the so and so just followed you, and then they have
3 followers.
they have 2 followers, and they're not following anybody. And I'm like, yeah, that's somebody that's just trying to come through me to watch all this and other crap. And I'm like, no, not gonna have it.
So I got the information on Luke and his trial, and actually it was just control speed and avoid accident is all he was charged with.
So nothing else.
Nope.
I mean,
But
those are
do you
But
think
those-
that sometimes when people are being watched, officers know that and they pull them over purposely for things as such to continue to watch them when they have something like that going on?
I mean, I've been in that position 1,000 times. I mean, you're not going to stop someone for speeding unless you're ready to A, get the drug dog out, B, you have a warrant in hand, or C, you want to just screw with them. I mean, I told you guys a story. The bad guys that I was messing with, I just didn't have enough. I would go and collect business cards of police officers in uniform patrol, and I would go like at 1 or 2 in the morning to the bad guy's house and leave that business card on his windshield just to get in his head. So, I mean, they could do that to own real estate.
You just reminded me of that big time dealer that one time we kept stealing his trash at night. Remember that? And he caught us that one night as we were loading his garbage up.
But you want to.
This was not the guy you really
in
wanted to
the
get
heads
caught
of
by.
these guys. I mean, Steve, have you done that? Have you had anybody stop for speeding just to give them a ticket and a court date?
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it's just part of the game. I mean, they know how far they can push us. We know how far they can push, or we can push them. And some days we win, some days they win.
Sorry, I'm getting a message from somebody named Bubbles. She's been in here, and if she's in here, can you come in a box and explain? Because I'm not catching what you're putting out. It's a lot of, she went from Luke to Jason to the brother-in-law to sending me a screenshot of, I don't understand. So I don't know what I'm supposed to ask or say.
Well, we have our resident Jason on standby for any questions.
Steve?
And then the A- listers, the rest of us.
Oh, he did catch that. I told you.
She must be somebody
I
from
don't
there. 'Cause
appreciate
she's,
that. Do you?
I honestly, I mean, I know who I am, so I never even thought I was an A- lister. So I figured I was somewhere around C+, easy.
I'm
Yeah, we got a
I'm under
promotion.
you. I'm under you then, Steve.
Yeah, I mean, C's get degrees, so I was like, I figured that's where I was at.
No, Jason. Jason, unfortunately, you're the star of the show. You're an A-lister. You're the only guy that's been accused of a crime here.
she's guaranteed me that it's 1,000% it wasn't Jason, but I don't understand what she's telling me with these documents.
Yeah, she's going to have to come up. Bubbles, if you can, request, and we'll bring you up and let you kind of discuss that.
Somebody asked if I was Bubbles.
Do you know somebody named Derek, Jason?
No, but I know somebody that was that made a comment in one of the pictures of me, and her name was Bubbles. So I kind of know, and it's the only Bubbles I've seen. So I don't know if it's a boy, a girl, who it is, but I know that I've seen comments made about me. So
It's a
I
girl.
don't know.
She's a private account. But I have no idea what she's trying to say.
Somebody says it's the Bitcoin guy, Derek, is the question.
Oh, is that the one that's in LA? Was that his name?
Derek
one
is the
that
guy
got-
Derek is the guy they arrested for the Bitcoin in LA. Yes, you're
Okay.
right on, detective. Hey, real quick, can we stop everything, Dewey? Can we stop the show?
Yeah.
Steve, Rich, I got your attention.
Yep.
Steve, you went away.
You said you wanted to stop the show?
No, I want to see your face.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Steve, I want you to swear in Jason as an honorary investigator for the People's Crime Network. Jason, raise your right hand. Steve's going to give you the oath. Go ahead, Steve.
What? I don't know the oath.
Just
I
let's
don't even think I would. What's that? Just make one up.
Just go with the flow. I mean, let's just give him the oath. I mean,
Jason, state your name.
No, that's not how you do it.
Oh,
Yeah, it is too. Okay.
You solemnly swear.
Okay. No, he's not a witness.
oh. You said he had to swear.
He doesn't know his right hand from his left anyway.
This is my right. Hey,
He's
this
backwards
is
on the
my
screen.
right
You
hand.
blew it, Strickland.
You solemnly swear that your testimony you're about to
No,
give
he's
shall
not
be
a
the truth.
witness. He's
Oh.
going to be a no. Rich,
That's the only thing I've ever heard.
mute
That's
for
the
a
only
minute,
oath
Steve.
I've ever taken.
Oh,
Well,
did
that's
you
not
take
true.
an oath when
That's
you
not
became
true.
a deputy?
Okay. That's not true.
No, you blew it, Rich. Give it
Jason.
the oath.
Do you solemnly swear that you're going to uphold the rules of our chat room here and be truthful and honest and add to our discussion?
I do.
So help you
You are
goodness.
now an honorary investigator.
With the People's Crime Network. Steve,
Yep.
what happened to you, man? I give you the spot.
3%ers unite.
You do.
3%ers
Okay,
unite.
who is this guy? Hold on. She's still sending me pictures. I wonder if this girl's like on some kind of. Who is this guy? The
That's-
one-eared
that-
man.
I think that's the guy that was in L.A. who
Yes.
was who got arrested for the Bitcoin.
Yes, agreed. Agreed.
Is he wanting to come on here?
I don't know.
I'll
We can-
swear him in as a
We
detective.
can put him down. But
She's swearing that
You blew it.
he has a TikTok, but he's going by the name of Steven. But I don't know where we're trying to get with it. Sorry.
Well,
Somebody's
did you
trying to-
hear about-
real quick.
Somebody's
thank you
trying to
for
get me
being
banned
here.
again.
Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to correct the name. We're going to do a little rebranding this week, so we're going to roll out. Everything's going to be permanent next week. If you're joining, this is really us. I haven't been cloned. I'm not under the power of Dewey or anyone else in the chat box. And guys, it's the same show, right, Dewey? It's just going to be 100%.
No, it's
better.
totally different. It's all brand new. It's going to be better than ever.
Yeah, yeah. So Bubbles is legit. They're saying, Dewey. What's Steve?
I believe it. It's not that I don't believe Bubbles. It's that I don't like there's a lot of stuff that they're sending me and I can't follow like it's literally pages long. Like it just keeps going. And I can't follow what she's trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in here, come in and kind of catch us up to speed in your own words. What an incredible bunch of people. Jason, real quick, you go on a lot of lives. Dewey does a lot of battles, but Jason, you've done a lot of stuff. Isn't this the best community that you found? Well, wait a minute. Is this the best community you found on TikTok?
It is, and there's one major reason for that. It's called respect.
But we still
You
have
guys-
fun, right?
You guys have respect. You guys have respect, and you guys block people that aren't respectful. But you guys all have fun. And when it's serious, you guys are being serious. And there's a time and place to be serious and be funny. But you guys do both at the same time, and that's why I think you have such an amazing amount of followers.
And that's one of the things that when I just happened after we finished our live the other night, and you know how you can watch without actually tapping to watch live. That's one of the things that because we all had at some point, Jamie had his thug hat on with his glasses. Rich had his wig on. I had my bobby cap on. And one of their comments over there was, I was so disgusted by that. They were so, it's like, this world is serious enough, and the topics we're discussing are serious enough that every once in a while throughout this 2-3 hour show, if you don't let off some of the steam, man, it's just going to drive you crazy. You're going to fall asleep thinking about this stuff, and it's just going to eat you up all night long. So.
Yeah, I mean, the
That's
people
what
are
cops
doing
do.
that. They're miserable people. They have no self-confidence. It's just how they are. Right?
Yeah, and I hate to mention that. I just wanted to bring an exclamation point to what Jason was saying.
How do I do that? There's an exclamation point. I can't do the thing that I wanted to do.
Oh, yeah, you were going to show us your ring finger.
So she's telling me that there is an account with this guy on it. She sent me a screenshot. She said that this shirt of Nancy's was seen in a live of Nancy, and this guy was there live, and she called the FBI, and she believes that Derek and Luke still have Nancy in a living room is where she saw her.
I mean, I didn't see
I've
it, so I couldn't tell you.
I've heard of a lot of things. I heard that Derek and Luke and Tommaso, all of them were here for a big giant thing 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, some party, and they all know each other through the band. That's the
But
other
you're
thing
saying
that's
she
going
was
around.
part of the live? She was
They
on
have
the
a
live?
live by the name of Nancy. And it's just a green circle and it says Nancy.
Mhm.
And
Why would you do that if you committed a crime? Why would you do that?
oh, they're saying it's a YouTube theory, it's a rabbit hole. Scratch
Gotcha.
that.
Oh.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense.
Yeah. That's why I'm not following what she's trying to tell me. I'm like, what? They had her on
It's
live?
like, hey, catch me.
Yeah.
Are you all right there?
You all right
He was
there,
about
Steve?
he was about to catch you,
I
Rich.
just broke something.
You were coming through the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've tried to tell her
watched
to
some of
join
those.
because I can't translate at all.
Some of those Nancy Guthrie things that are coming out are just so nutso, honestly. I was surfing earlier, just watching some of them, and they look legit. They're just absolutely not.
Oh, yeah.
But
But I
I
think
can see
about
people
AI.
getting caught up in it.
Well, and one of the things I wanted to say, because I was watching something earlier, and I want people to understand that there's a lot of people, and I'm not saying they're in this room, but a lot of people, when they say, oh, well, the lead detective only has 2 years on the job, that's 2 years in homicide. You know, these guys have been on the job for a lot longer, or at least a little bit longer than that. And some probably have other detective experience. So I don't want you all to think that, well, you know, they gave the guy a gun and a badge yesterday and today he's investigating the Nancy Guthrie case. So just understand that when you hear people say that, well, he's got 2 years on the job, that they don't mean that he's been a cop for 2 years. I just don't want people to have a misconception that, you know, it's a bunch of rookie cops that are out there doing this. I mean, once again, he leaves us on our own. A- listers.
What happened to him?
I swear he fell down earlier. I thought I heard some stuff falling.
Did you
That
see
was
that
the
video
picture.
of him when he fell down and his wife was standing there laughing?
No, he's
I gotta send
only-
that to you.
he only talks to me when it's convenient for him. And I only say that because he's not here listening. So
Oh my God.
13 years.
Sorry, I had somebody else message me, Ginger. I don't know if she's in the chat. And she was on a different case. And she said I was going to comment and tell her to try to get a hold of Jamie and maybe we could try to help her with the case. But she didn't want to comment with this name being track and trailer trash.
Now, so Jamie put that at the bottom of his thing, tracking trailer trash.
That's
I
the
thought it
actual
was-
name of the account right
That
now.
is the name of his account right now.
See, I thought that was somebody that was making fun of him or ragging on him.
Everybody did, and so people quit following him. I cannot tell you how much my phone has gone off since his name got changed.
I can't tell you the number of messages I got. Did Jamie leave? Is this the account? What's this account? I think he got hacked. I'm like,
Yes.
no, he's just being a little silly right now.
I didn't even catch on to the name. As soon as I saw Dewey was on, I was like, yep, okay, it's time for your guys' show.
Let's hear one of the theories somebody out here in the audience has. I love hearing people's ideas because I've heard some that I've never even thought of.
Oh, wait, this guy has been arrested. It's not a theory. It
Well,
says
yeah,
right,
he
a
was-
Los Angeles man named Derek, whatever, has been arrested by the FBI. He was sending text messages to the family.
Yeah, he sent a text message to Savannah Guthrie and to Tommaso. He knows who they are. He knows Tommaso through his band. He's I want to say that they said he was like a promoter. And they came out to Tucson and did this big, like, some type of a concert, something of some sort, with the two individuals.
This is
That
the
were-
account she's saying that he's going by.
CALA. Okay.
But the first
Well-
name's Steve.
Do you remember the two individuals that were at Nancy's doing a photo shoot?
I thought that's who that guy was.
No. Those two people and Derek and Luke and Tommaso, they're all in this big giant, like, weird. I feel like it's a cult type thing, but yeah, the guy in LA got arrested because he knows Tommaso and he was sending messages to him and to Nancy, or not Nancy, Savannah.
Savannah.
She said
So-
he asked Nancy for their numbers. He's mad because he didn't get the job and Annie's man did.
Oh,
Like, this person sounds legit, but I feel like she probably should be like messaging one of y'all that know stuff about law, because she's also like, the messages aren't coming through clear either. Like, I'm having to translate them.
Well,
Good grief. The way that sounds.
Album-
Remember the, what was that lady? The medium? I don't know what you call medium. Remember that?
The psychic the other night.
Yeah. I mean, if you sit there and think about what she said, it all fits in that whole little narrative if this turns out to be the.
And she said Annie's husband needs 10,000. He was gonna write the check, and they said no.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw something the other day. I don't know who the guy was that supposedly did it, but they said that he forgot to take the meds with him, and that's why she ended up deceased, and so he didn't get paid. And I can't remember. I probably shouldn't mention it since I can't remember everything, but that was just
Well,
another theory.
I'm not doing much better. I'm just trying to translate what this person's trying to tell me, and I can't, like,
I was actually impressed the other day that Greta Van Susteren actually mentioned my theory on TV about her getting punched in the face, answering the door and getting punched in the face and taken back inside the house.
and they
So,
said she said it's because they didn't want her money. They wanted to figure it out. It's all messed up.
I mean, this lady sounds legit, but I don't know.
She said
I
the
mean-
FBI only wanted those two items from me, and the FBI showed up the next day.
It does make sense, though. If you're on all those heart meds, you know, because you work for a heart doctor, you can't just stop taking them. Your blood pressure will fly through your top of your head, and it's going to affect your heart. So I can see that being the case.
She's still messaging me.
Maybe Jamie's in-house producer there got mad that he didn't pull me up quick enough. She's telling him off in the background here.
I think they're telling him off because he mentioned you as being an A- person.
Right? You
And
know,
that they're probably ripping him over that.
I'm
I've
trying
never-
to get her in here, but she just keeps typing. I asked her if she could just come in here. It would be. He got his shirt from Walmart. I mean, she's giving me all this stuff. Who is this person? I'm scared. I don't want this information.
So this is what Aubrey said. Why hasn't she gone to the 3-letter word?
I already asked her that, and she said she did, and they came there.
Wait a
Oh,
second.
okay.
they're looking at it.
But I want her to send it there. I want her to send it to someone else, like one of you guys. I don't want it.
Don't
I don't
send
want
it
to be
to me.
stuck with this information.
Don't send it to me.
Bubbles
Yeah,
is
you-
the golf model.
I mean, I'm going fishing tomorrow, so I
The
won't
what?
be available. I won't be available.
She's a part of it. This person's a part of the goth model that was taking pictures. Time out.
Wait, the golf model.
Goth.
Golf.
The
G-O-T-H.
people with the black
Oh.
leather.
The two oh okay.
Yes.
Yes, they're all I said that I have heard on JLR that all of these people are all in on something. They all know each other.
But this Bubbles is part of that. Is part of them. Bubbles is a perpetrator. They're saying, "I need help."
Oh boy.
You
That's
guys-
a little
Jamie.
concerning.
What do I do with that?
Jamie, help Dewey. Seriously, this is you
She's in
missed
here.
a
She
lot.
commented.
What happened?
Bubbles is coming up. Supposedly she knows the whole situation with the case. I mean, like she's involved in it.
Okay.
Like to a T.
Let's hear what Bubble says.
She won't come up. She's
Are you,
just sending all this to me, but I'm sending it all to you.
Send her my cell phone number.
She's got me sweating.
It's really
Oh,
it's
there
really
she was,
there she-
Bubbles. I am not
That I'm not
involved.
involved. Okay, that's
Okay.
all right. But can you come up and talk to them? Not me. I want it to be in here, not in my phone.
Have her to text me. Steve, update us. I was on a phone call. What happened?
Supposedly, is this the live video that this? She's saying that there was a live video with Steve, who is the Derek kid that got arrested. That he had a live video with apparently Nancy was in it,
Hey, she's on private. You have to look and see if she's in your thing.
and supposedly he's upset that Annie's boy got the job and he didn't.
Dewey, can you drop everybody down for a minute?
Yeah.
Don't go away, guys.
Do you want me to drop?
Bubbles, how are you?
Hello.
What is? Listen, with all due respect, I had an important phone call. Not that you guys are not important, but it was someone that I was trying to book for the show. So I missed a little bit. Catch me up and kind of recap me on.
Okay, so I was watching because I watch a lot of crime, like Dora and Jack's S, but they're always on their own TikTok. So I was swiping back and forth. I'm in Michigan, so I was swiping back and forth, and then I seen her and this dark colored guy on there, and I'm like, huh. And she's like, I don't even know how I got on here. And so I stopped and I started watching because I thought, this lady's got dementia or something. Somebody's got to be there with her. Like, I'm waiting. And he's telling her, asking her if she's in a wheelchair. She said no. She said that she has a cane, but her daughter made her get that cane for support, but she can walk fine. It's just if she loses balance or something, she'll have it. Her daughter made her get that cane. And then she's like, oh, you have a nice shirt. Because it was all colorful and stuff. And she's like, I got one just like it. She's like, do you want to hear the story, how I got it? And he's like, yeah, sure. He was talking calm, nice voice, everything. And she said, well, we went to, her and her daughter went to a place, and she spotted it, and she looked at it, and it was expensive, kinda. So she was walking away, and her daughter's like, Mom, do you like that? And she said, yeah, it's nice. So her daughter ended up buying it for her. I told the FBI that. Her daughter bought her that shirt. Only people in that live would know what happened. And there was 3 people in that live. And he said his name was Steven, and he used his last name. And then some guy behind him was working, he said, and he started talking different language, not even English. He was talking a different language, and then Derek started talking in a different language. And he said that he was working, and Nancy's like, well, it's late, kinda, for him to be working. And he's like, well, he's got to get his stuff done, you know,
Okay.
whatever. And I think he was on a computer and Nancy was on a cell phone. And he asked her for an IP number, which I don't even know. I don't know what that is, but
Okay, I'm like totally confused here, so I may need some help. This is
I
we-
think the church lady, I think Mary, whoever Mary is, was supposed to go to church, like with them. And they went to the church lady's house and met up and like met her. And then her daughter's like, oh, you need more friends, blah, blah. And I think somebody set her up.
okay.
And that Derek guy, he has a green and red tattoo on his arm. And Nancy
Wait a
had
minute,
pink
Somebody's asking,
glasses.
are you saying that Nancy was on TikTok the other day?
She didn't know what she was on. I was like, how do you not know what you're on? Like, it confused me. It was 11:55 my time
Okay.
at nighttime.
All right. Let's.
I don't
let's
know
take
what
this,
time it is in Arizona.
Let's take this straight out to Steve Strickland. Steve, you're the detective on this case. You're hearing this information from Bubbles. What do you do with it? What do you make of it? Take it away.
And
Yeah, I
did
mean,
go-
honestly, I mean, any tip is a tip. So I believe I've got to track it down. I mean, I'm gonna at least, you know, work with my social media sources and try to find what she's mentioned here. You know, I don't.
But she's
Being
saying
that
she's saying the woman on the box in the box was Nancy Guthrie.
Right,
Is
and
that
what
correct, Bubbles?
and part.
Yes, she
And
was. And she was on the left side of me and he was on the right side of me. They're in different boxes. And her glasses are broke on the left. Like if I'm looking at her, they're broken on the very top of her left of her eye. She cut her finger at her daughter's house that day because she had a Band-Aid on her finger too.
But you're saying
And
that they
from
met up
her-
at the lady's house who she was supposed to visit for church?
I think she went to the lady's house that she goes to church with to meet a new person that was coming to church.
Well, those are the people that reported her as not showing up. She was reported as not showing up
Yeah,
at
and
the
I
house
think
to
she
watch
went
the
there
church.
Friday. I think she went there like the day before, and then she was supposed to go there Sunday, like that. Like she went there, met the lady, and then she was coming. Mary, she was coming
So
Monday.
This is something you saw
something.
with your own eyes. It's not a psychic thing. You saw and witnessed this.
Yes, and he was wearing that same earring, but a different shirt. He was wearing a colorful, like a Hawaiian shirt, like
I don't think Nancy
it was
wore
short
glasses,
sleeve.
did she? Did Nancy Guthrie wear glasses?
yes. She had
Yeah, I
pink.
think I've seen some pictures with
She
her
had
in
like
glasses.
pinkish glasses, and they're like little chipped at the, like if I'm looking at you on the left side, but I want to say her right side because it's probably opposite.
And one more thing before I let Steve go back. What did Nancy say on the line? This lady that you thought was Nancy.
She was very, very nice. Her favorite word's nice. She'll tell you have nice glasses. You have a nice
But what did
necklace.
she
You
say
have
on the
nice.
live?
She actually got out of her chair and grabbed a folder out of her drawer to show him a map of their deed house or something because he wanted to move there. And he said his cousin's house was $240,000. How is hers a lot more? And she's like, I don't know. I was like, why are you telling this guy? I told her, stop. There's bad people on this life. Stop. And then he's like, yeah, there's bad people, but I work for the state, blah, blah, blah. I'm good people. I'm like, huh? I'm like, I don't care who you are. I don't trust nobody. Which I don't. I've been kidnapped myself from my own dad put in the attic. So from school. So I know how this bugs me really, really bad.
I don't know, Steve. I mean,
And we just need to find out if Savannah really bought her that shirt. That's one question we need to find out. Because if
I'm
it's
just
true,
curious why, if she's been abducted, why, if she's on a TikTok live, why she's not.
she wasn't she was abducted after that.
Oh, so you're
Like-
saying this occurred on the Friday before?
Yes.
So
This
the
happened
live,
I think
the
I
live was
saw
on the Friday
part of that
before.
video.
Yes.
Okay.
I thought it was AI generated. I flipped off of it.
No, this was before this all happened. It's like like they got all her information on TikTok and just went there. I think he worked for the military or something, got kicked out or something. I don't know. Something happened. He said he worked for the military and he's got a tattoo of a green and red. And I don't think it's Mexico. I want to say it's Texas or something where he was based at.
Guys, hold on for a minute. If I understand this to be correct, everyone's asking, did you screenshot it? Why didn't you screenshot it? I mean, this was before she was abducted. Am I understanding?
Yes.
Yeah. So they wouldn't be any reason.
I don't just screenshot people's TikToks like
some people we know do.
I don't know. And then I screenshotted Jax's right after that because I felt weird and I'm like, well, if she says why did you screenshot my stuff, then I'm gonna be like, well, because I just
Right. I mean, guys,
I did not want to screenshot
no,
his because I did not want him to see me screenshot that. Like I was
well,
scared.
but she would have no
like,
reason. She wasn't abducted or kidnapped at that point, correct?
Right. Correct.
How did you know it was Nancy
She was at
Guthrie?
home. She said she felt safe. She didn't want to move to New York because it was hectic and too much for her. She liked it where she was. It's calm, peaceful. Everybody gets along and like.
Okay. Can you message Dewey with who that content creator is or was that had her on the live?
Say that again. I already sent her the thing.
Okay.
I sent her all the pictures. Dewey.
All right. I mean, look. So here we go. I mean, Bubbles, with all due respect.
But I only gave FBI 2 things, and they didn't want no more after that. And then the next day, they showed up to that place. So I don't know. They had a lot of tips, though.
Are you just going by memory of what Nancy looks like when you saw
I
that
only
video?
DoorDash and I only stay at home. So, and I watch TikTok. So that's
Don't put your glasses in your mouth.
yeah. No.
That means I'm thinking. So
We're gonna get
But
banned.
and somebody else asked me if because I told somebody else about this, and they're like, "Oh, do you drink or do you do that?" No, I don't. Okay, I don't do that stuff. Like I have 3 kids to take care of. My one daughter's blind in one eye, born like that. She has A's and B's. She has a 3. I live
let me
to
ask
take
you,
care of my
Bubbles.
kids.
Let me ask you a
and-
question. You've seen the pictures of Nancy Guthrie. I mean, there are multiple photos floating around here and everywhere else on the World Wide Web.
Yes.
With a number between 1 and 10, just from what you've seen and what you saw firsthand, where would you rate that being as Nancy Guthrie, 1 through 10?
10.
10.
10 for sure. I seen her and him on there. I'm 100%, 1000%, 100% sure.
And guys, real quick, let's light up the room with red hearts for Bubble. And I'm going to tell you why. Hold on, Bubbles. Let me tell you why, Bubbles. Our community is supportive no matter what your theory is, as long as it's not some kind of crazy alien thing, right? But we appreciate your bravery, number one, for coming in here and sharing your story, because people are questioning it, which they're going to question it. But number two, your consistent statement that you're 10 out of 10, that it was Nancy Guthrie on TikTok prior to her being abducted. So the room's lit up in red hearts for you, Bubbles. Thank you for sharing. We appreciate you.
And the reason why I stopped was because he asked her age too, and she said she was 80 something years old. And I was like, what? She's 80? She looks good for being 80. And then he said he was 40 something. I'm like, yeah, right. He's got to be older than that, because Derek looks older than 40 too. Okay, to me.
Real quick, did you say you do DoorDash?
Yes.
And you're in Michigan now,
I've been
right?
doing DoorDash for 5 years. I started on crutches. I was in a snowmobile accident. I did a 180 in the air. My snowmobile fell on top of my legs, and I had to get a plate and 6 screws in my tibia plateau fracture, and I had to learn how to walk again. And so I was like, well, we got to get out of the house. Let's go DoorDash.
Yeah, there are
So,
people in here
that's
that
what I
saying,
did.
let's just, they're shaking their heads, Bubbles. So, Dewey, here's one of these. I'm glad Bubbles came and shared, and here's why. This is a prime example as to some of the tips that are coming in on the Nancy Guthrie case. Bubbles, respectfully, I find it just odd and weird and strange. But let me tell you
I
something.
get nervous because I really don't want this Derek guy finding
Right.
me.
Well, let me tell you something. This lady is 100% confident what she saw, but this is some of the leads and some of the information that they're working with. And, you know, they only wanted two things. Bubbles, I'm not going to ask you to share what those two things are because I do not share that with anyone because that's between
Yeah,
you and the
there's
FBI.
stuff on here that I don't want to share because
No.
I only seen what I seen, and I don't want other people. Like, I want to see that man's tattoos on his arm. I already know he's got tattoos because I've seen one picture with the sleeve, and I believe it's flowers too on his arm.
Rich Brown, let's go out to you. What do you make of
They're saying I've
this?
heard her tell her story in multiple lives, but she's consistent with it in every live. So
Now, I saw something similar to what she's saying. I didn't stay on it. I flipped off of it because I assumed it was AI generated, but it kind of goes along with what she was saying. And Nancy was talking. She sounded a little bit confused, but like I said, I just assumed it was AI, and I went
Yeah,
on
that's why I
scrolling.
stopped because she literally said, he's like, hey, he was talking to her. And she's like, oh, good thing I heard you talking because you would have seen me sleeping. And he's like, oh, I would have watched you sleep. Like, it was just a whole bunch of weird stuff in that live.
Now, I
Like,
will say, in the defense of the PCN family, the People's Crime Network family, people are saying that they believe that video was, in fact, AI generated. I didn't see the video. Rich, you may have seen the video. Bubbles certainly seen the video. Steve, it could be an AI video or it could be the real thing.
Yeah, I mean, like I've said, I've seen plenty of people. I've seen our president say lots of things that I know he didn't say. So there's a lot of that out there.
yeah, I don't even follow all that stuff.
Bubbles,
Like,
thank you for reaching out to us, dear. Dewey's going to text or send you a message with my personal cell phone number.
I sent it to her.
And
It's
don't be
I
shy.
sent.
Don't be shy. Text me if you need me. Don't be shy. Everybody needs a friend, Bubbles.
and I know it's not Jason, okay? But I know that Derek guy also, or no, Nancy said that, well, they asked if anybody has problems over there. And she's like, no. She's like, the only ones that don't really see eye to eye is Jason and Annie's husband because of the politic thing. But other than that, they're good, you know? Like, and I don't know if this Derek guy's trying to pin something on the neighbor or what, but I'm not going to let that slide because I seen that man on TikTok with that lady. And she
Oh,
was
wait.
alone.
Jason, as in Jason that was in the box, and
Yeah.
Amy's neighbor.
And when I
don't see
seen
eye to eye?
him, I've been wanting to ask him that one question. That's all I need to know. And then I want to call back to the FBI and be like, hey, no, it is Derek. Like, he went by
Let
Steven
me ask you one more thing.
Kalala.
The PCN family's asking this question, Bubbles, and this we'll conclude with this. Did you actually see it live, or was it
Yes,
posted?
it was live. It was
Live.
live.
Okay.
Yes. She was
All right, dear.
live.
We appreciate you sharing, and like I said, don't be shy. Text me if you have a question or you just want to vent. By the way, you're probably
And I
gonna
don't
be
know what her
attacked.
room looks like on internet or nothing, but when she was live, she had a desk in front of her, like her phone was up and her door was behind her in her room. Like right behind her. You can see her door right there.
All right. Well, Bubbles, thank you, and keep us updated. Like I said, you have my cell number, so if you have anything to add, don't be shy, woman. Text me. Everybody else does. Trust me.
Yeah, but I just don't want Jason getting in trouble when it's not him. It's not. It's
Yeah, I
that
think
Derek guy,
Jason-
that Luke guy. Derek and Luke have the same middle name too. And both
Jason's
of
on
their
on
moms.
solid ground, Bubbles. The FBI's already cleared Jason, so he's part of the
I
PCN
know,
family.
I
Now,
know, but I was
you-
just saying.
Are you
A
following
lot of
the
people
PCN
keep
family?
saying the neighbor, and I'm like, no, it's not the neighbor.
Well, the neighbor they're talking about is Luke.
Luke.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, not Jason. They're talking about Luke.
okay. So
Because
Luke Anthony.
Jason doesn't even know the son-in-law at all. The only
Okay.
person that is the neighbor that knows the son-in-law is Luke. And he's
Okay.
the one that his house got searched, not Jason that's in here.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Because I was like, no, it's not. It can't be. No, it's definitely Derek for sure. And like I said, he was talking different language to the other guy, And then that guy didn't speak English at all, but he probably does. But he did not want. I know I can hear Derek's voice in my head. Like I just know exactly what he looks like and what he sounds like. Because he was
All right.
so calm. Like he was too nice. Okay? Too nice.
Well, dear, thank you. Don't be a stranger. Give us a follow, please, and let other people know about the channel and the
I'm already
community.
following you. I've
It's,
been following you
it's the
for
greatest
a
community on
while.
TikTok. And by the way, Bubbles, I'm running to be president of TikTok. So when you see my name on the ballot, I want to be
Oh.
president of TikTok. Remember that.
All right. Well, when you win, congratulations.
I'm going to change the whole platform for all of us, sister.
Yeah. Oh, I watch you, Dora, and Jackass, and you know, I'm from Michigan. We have a lot of crime in Michigan, like, so they do a lot of crime in Michigan and talk about it and stuff. But I don't usually say stuff unless I actually know something. I ain't like even crimes in Michigan. I ain't gonna sit there and be like, oh my goodness, it was this guy. Probably no, unless I absolutely know and seen that person, then I'm gonna let you know.
All right, my dear. Thank you so much. And you have a blessed night. Be safe out there because it's crazy. And
Yeah, I'm not
hey,
door dashing
Bubbles,
right
real
now.
quick,
I'm like,
real quick before
yeah.
I'm going to put you down here in a minute, but real quick, in 10 words or less, give us the word or the inspiration for the evening.
I don't know. How about nice? Let's all be
Nice.
nice.
All right, word of the evening is going to be nice, guys. All right, Bubbles, thank you,
Like
dear.
Nancy would say, let's be nice, because I promise you that is her favorite word. She was using it on that TikTok. I watched him for 20 minutes.
All right, and we're out in Michigan if you want to share. Someone's asking.
Say that again.
We're out in Michigan.
Okay, I live probably 2 hours from Detroit, Michigan.
There you go, guys.
I'm
She's out
from
outside.
Detroit, Michigan though, but I moved away when I was 13.
All right, Bubbles. Thank you for being here. And like I said, you have a cell number. If there's anything that comes up, text JC. I'll talk to you. I'll talk to anybody.
Yeah, we love Michigan. Go Lions.
Go Lions. I can't get behind you on that one, oh dear.
That's okay. Yeah.
thank
How
you.
about Detroit Red Wings? We'll go with hockey.
All right. Good
All
night,
right, you
Bubbles.
guys have a wonderful day, and
Thank you.
thank you. I don't usually go
Bye.
live on TikTok either, so this is like my third time, and
Feel
someone's
special.
box.
We feel special.
All
So
right,
there you go,
appreciate
Dewey.
you guys.
Thank you, Bubbles. There you go, Dewey.
Yeah,
There's
you're very
something that came
welcome.
into the FBI. They certainly, that shows they're taking every tip serious. They're following up on tips. They're following up on people that are calling in tips. And you guys just heard it right here on the PCN network. I mean, Steve Strickland, Coco, this is a live case. People see and hear things. And was this factual? According to Bubbles, she's pretty consistent.
Yeah, I'm just doing some research now, just trying to figure out if anybody else has reported this online. So
And
not
guys, in
seeing
the
much.
chat, Bubbles did confirm that she, in fact, spoke with the FBI, and they asked her 2 questions, and that was it. And they moved on to other things, but they did interview her. So,
Guys,
I
there's
mean,
only so far you can go back and do rewatch, and the accounts that she sent me are private accounts.
I mean, if I was
Somebody
doing
showed
something,
that video recently because when I saw it, it was like 4 days ago.
So is there an AI? I know somebody out there has seen an AI of it. Can somebody send me the AI version of that video?
and guys, also we've got 1.2 thousand people in the room. I'm so grateful, humbled. Sorry about the very bad name of the channel. I'll change that back once we do some rebranding this week. But guys, please, if you can, I've learned through Dewey, tap the screen, guys. Let's get this thing on FYP so we can bring more people into our community. And I'm forever, Steve, I'm grateful for these people.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we're here for, is to talk about our theories, talk about the evidence, have a polite debate about what we do or do not believe or think, and, share one another's stories. So
It was AI. I can 100% tell you right now it was AI, because the video that she sent me that shows the live if you look, it says Nancy on 131, and this was posted on February 17th. So which date is it? So it's 2 separate dates in the video.
Okay.
And if I could look, I mean, that's all the video that I have. At
Isn't that
8:12
awful, though?
p.m. And it doesn't have the actual username. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. It only says Nancy. If I typed in Nancy to rewatch, it would pull up 1,000 people. She doesn't have the actual username. She only has Nancy.
I mean,
Bless
maybe
you.
it is, maybe it isn't. I mean, she did say that it was that she saw it on live, Dewey. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
in the left corner.
That's
What
the
happened to
great thing
Jason?
about this community.
You leave us?
Are we allowed
I
to
don't
talk
think so.
about Iran on here?
No,
Okay.
no politics. No Iran. People get irritated.
Well, it wasn't
over that.
it's not about politics, but I can understand.
And that's why I want to do a little bit of a different platform on some other platforms. We can get into a little bit of that, but I absolutely no politics. But I will tell you, and I don't know what you were going to share, Steve, but there was some significant uptick in chatter regarding our homeland, and I'll leave it at that. And you guys can read in between the lines. And all I can say, guys, fear. If you have fear of anything, I don't care what that fear is, it's going to win every time. So we can't be fearful. And just know your surroundings. You know, if you're out to dinner with your fam, or you're going to the movies, you're out shopping, stay away from the large crowds. Know your exit points. Know how to get out of something in case something happens. That's with anything being said. So just be safe out there. Recap on Bubbles. Dewey, you'll have to do that one.
So I can kind of read to you the sorry, she sent me another picture. Bubbles said that she saw a live with Nancy in the live with another gentleman. The way I understand it is they're in Nancy's home. Is that what she said?
Yeah, it sounded to me like she said that she went to the person's house who she was supposed to go to church on Sunday. So she went to that same house on Friday to meet a new person. But then she also said that she was sitting in front of a desk and that her door was in the background. So I don't know.
I'm very confused.
And
Now,
Bubbles was she
somebody in
in
the
the
chat
live
said-
with her?
Somebody
That's
in
what
the
she
chat
says,
said
that
she
she's
thought-
kept saying she had nice glasses.
She said, somebody in the chat said that she thought she understood Bubbles to say that she was in her bedroom at one point.
I don't remember.
So if she was live, she should be able to go back and get a live replay. If she was in the panel, your panel now gets a live replay.
I have no idea how to do that.
She should be able to go into just like when you go live, like live on your own. If you go up, I don't know if you're still in here, Bubbles, but if you go up to your top 3 little buttons and you go to TikTok Studio, you'll be able to go to replays and you can download that replay and it will show all of that stuff. So if you were in there on that day and you can go in and do that, please do that and send it to somebody.
Yeah, Bubbles just confirmed in the chat that she was watching this live.
Watching it. Okay. So she was not in the live, guys.
And Bubbles, just to let you know, look square deep into my eyes, Bubbles, and I mean that with every being in my body. No one's questioning the veracity of what you said. I don't know if you understood that to be correct, but we're just trying to flush it out, Bubbles. But absolutely no one in this community is questioning anything you said. And like I said, thank you for being brave.
Yeah. They want to know, did you happen to follow the creator that was live or follow Nancy's account? But I don't think she could because the accounts that she's showing me were private. So they would have to accept her follow request.
Yeah, she did. That's someone just commented. She said she was in one of the squares because she said Nancy was to one side of her and the Steve character was to the other side of her. So she had to have been in the live.
Hey guys, real quick, I want to give a shout out. If Francis Micardo is in here, Francis, if you're in here, can you request to come up? I want to personally thank you for joining. Francis came from Facebook, guys. So Francis, I'd like to acknowledge you. Thank you. We're starting to get some followers off of Facebook as well, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, I pushed it out to all my socials again tonight when you started. So.
All right, what else is out there that the people want to talk about, Dewey? This case is it gets crazier by the day.
It does, yeah.
But you know what? It always stays interesting there, doesn't it? Listening to other people's perspectives. I find it amazing.
And being so open to listening to them. And like, we are not questioning what happened at all. We are just trying to get to the bottom. If we could get a replay of that, Bubbles, is the only reason we're asking.
Yeah, absolutely. I would like to see it.
Dewey, let me ask you a TikTok question.
Yeah.
So if at some point I decided to go live and then joined Jamie as like the co-host type thing when you guys were going to battle the other night, do my viewers add on to his viewers? So is it accumulation? Does he
you'll
get credit?
You'll have your viewers in your room and he'll have his in his room.
Okay. I figured that would be an easy way to double the viewership. But since I would only get credit.
Was that kind of an
No, I don't want to battle. I don't have enough
I have
followers.
experience now, strictly.
Yeah, I know you're 1-0, so I can't.
Are you
do
getting
that.
arrogant now, Jamie?
Hey,
You
Jamie,
are
I don't
okay.
think you want to start with that. If we want to really battle, now it's not your first battle. These people are going to come. They're not
Look
going to
at
feel
it.
sorry for you again.
Yeah, if you're going to be that cocky about it, I'm just going to drop off of yours and go to Dewey's, and then
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to Dewey's.
I'll hit a bunch of gifts and
Look
hearts
at that.
over
I'm
there.
recruiting.
Guys, listen to me.
No, what I was trying to do is just double viewership. I just wanted, so I was curious if that would work, but since it won't, it doesn't make no sense.
Yeah. But that's okay, Steve. It gets the word out and it at least gives somebody a fresh perspective from other views and other conversations. So either way, it builds the community and it's okay.
But now, if you do go live with other people, like say, because I would like for Jamie to battle like once a week just for fun. We'll talk about that off here. Don't get afraid yet. But the more you battle, the more other communities that you do see, and that's how you grow your own community as well. Do you see what I'm saying? Because like
Right.
right now we're all sitting here together, so we all follow each other. If Jamie would go in and battle random people, those people are going to follow Jamie from those other lives that he doesn't get pushed out to when we're all sitting here live. So I think it would be good. He doesn't like that idea.
You want to battle, Rich?
No.
Hey, Dewey,
Yes.
there's a lady on here that I just saw. Where did it go?
I know I saw a person named Lori and she said she
Okay.
wanted to say something, but I'm
Okay,
a little
you
bit
caught-
afraid of Lori's.
Well, I'm glad you caught it too, because I've just been reading the chat trying to
No, I don't miss a trick.
I know you don't. That's why you're so amazing.
Battling is so silly. It is silly and it brings enjoyment to people. I don't know if they meant that in like a negative way, but I was turning it into a positive.
Oh, wait a minute. Here's a challenge. Somebody said
Somebody said they'd
Somebody
back me
said,
in a
Rich,
battle.
I'd back you in a battle.
I know. I saw that. Thank
It
you,
came
Crystal.
from Crystal. I thought Crystal was my friend. Crystal, what happened? I thought we had something going here. I thought we had a good friendship, sister.
Annette,
Don't get
can you
hurt.
clarify something for me?
Can somebody comment on David Walker's post so I can get my debt paid for? It was in the comments. He said he was giving $5,000 for the next 5 people that commented. Somebody throw my name in there for me.
Hey, so real quick, Jason, I'm going to go to you for a minute. Let's get serious, get back on track, guys, because we're here for a reason, right? Nancy Guthrie's still missing. I don't even know what day it is, but it's been over 6 weeks. Real quick, Jason, just summarize it up in a paragraph or so. What's going on in the streets out there where you're at in Tucson? Is it still? Are you seeing the billboards? Are people still talking about Nancy Guthrie? Is it still fresh? What's happening on the ground?
Well, there's no billboards here in Tucson. They're in other states because they were doing like digital, the digital boards, and we don't have those out here. So there's no boards at all. Her street, from what I've seen from JLR, is very, very quiet. There's still people bringing flowers, and also Brian Enton is, I believe, is still here. But other than that, that's it. And it's very, very, very quiet. The local news here is doing some little tidbits of story, but other than that, it's been pretty quiet here,
All right, guys.
which is sad.
Let's thank you for that. Let's not get away. I don't, Dewey. I don't want to change the way we do business. Okay, so we're humble, we're grateful, we're people of hope, and we're a community of warriors, right? So let's not forget what we're doing. It's day 37. I was pointed that out in the chat, guys. For the next 20 seconds, 30 seconds, yellow hearts for Nancy Guthrie, guys. Please just stop the chat for a minute. Do nothing but hearts for this missing woman, America's grandmother. And guys, I'd like to take a minute of silence and just hone in on why we're here. We have fun, but let's take a minute of silence for Nancy Guthrie, please, and keep those yellow hearts going, guys. Keep them coming. Look at those hearts, guys. If you're a prayer, pray. Pray for our leaders. Pray for the sheriff. Pray for those special agents that are out there on the ground that are fighting this fight every single day. And just keep them going for let's do another 60 seconds, guys. Blow it up with yellow hearts. Please, please, please. This is not for anyone but Nancy Guthrie. And let's just have the hope that something's going to break through in this case soon. And these investigators will be touched and give the wisdom, give the knowledge, and let's guide them to resolving Nancy Guthrie. And we hope she's with us. 5 more seconds, guys. Blow it up with yellow hearts for just 5 more seconds, please. Dewey, I think that's why this community takes off, and we put aside the nonsense for a minute and get back to first gear and drive the car forward. And we can't ever lose that, Dewey.
I do want to clarify. I've seen a few people ask about DoorDash. Who's in Nancy's house DoorDashing? It's not anybody in her home DoorDashing.
No.
It is the media that is out there having stuff DoorDash to Nancy's.
Dewey, you agree with me? We cannot get away from day one of this going live. We can never change.
Never
we
change.
Cannot get out. We've got to have those guardrails and keep this thing. It's caring for people.
At the end of the day, you only get further by being kinder. So,
Jamie, have you talked about the damaged utility box that was around the corner from the house?
No, that was going to be one of the topics, but take her away, Steve Strickland. And guys,
Yeah.
thank you for the hearts. I knew your fingers were tired.
So I guess apparently they found a utility box that had been damaged. It's an open box. Apparently one complete side of it the panel is completely missing. And so they're looking into that as to in regards to the either power outage or internet outage that was allegedly reported. So I thought it was curious. I'm looking at a photo of it now, and it kind of looks like it's been that way for a bit. It doesn't, to me, it looks like it's just been exposed for quite some time when you look at the wiring and stuff like that. So Could it be involved? Yeah, absolutely. But to me, it kind of looks like it's been exposed for a little bit due to.
Let's flush that out, Steve. Have you ever had a case you're investigating or involved with or tied to where the internet or services were disabled or completely cut or what have you?
Yeah, I've had people cut power lines or power box cables and cable lines and telephone lines to houses because a lot of alarm systems are connected to the cable boxes or the phone lines. So people will cut those to disable the alarm system. So yeah, I've had a couple of those cases where people damage the outside of the house in order to prevent people from inside either from making contact or hearing alarms or anything like that.
So let me ask you a question, and Rich, you can chime in on this if you like. If let's close our eyes for a minute and let's go back to the basics, okay? Creepy video guy, whether you agree that he was smart or not smart, is on the front porch. There's a Ring doorbell video there. If you were well organized, and this was going to be remember, I want to go back to Susan Constantine. She doesn't think it was a burglary. She doesn't think it was the ransom thing. She thinks it was a targeted revenge event. Okay? So let me ask you guys, if this was a targeted attack, not a kidnapping for ransom, not a burglary, would you not have your act together to know that, okay, number one, she has an affluent daughter that's very wealthy. She should have a security system top notch. She should have top notch security cameras in and outside the house. But more importantly, she should have some type of, and someone was joking about my fall that I had, help me, I've fallen, I can't get up band on her wrist, right? One would only think she had that. If the internet was cut, guys, would that pretty much wipe all of that signal out going out of that house? So here's where I'm going, and I think you understand where I'm putting down, Steve. If this was an organized hit or an attack, don't you think they would have cut the internet before making entry?
Yeah, I mean it's completely plausible. I mean, if I'm concerned about all those things, which based on everything we know about this case, this wasn't random. This was planned. So if you're making plans to do what you did, you're going to the extreme on absolutely everything. And so which is kind of what bothers me about the two separate videos, January 11th, January 31st. That's what bothers me about that, because if you're there January 11th, you kind of know there's a Ring camera there. So you're preparing for that. And then if you get there, why are you?
I'm going to interrupt you as we go to answer some of the questions and deal with that. So
yeah.
So here's the deal, guys. If you had a signal jammer, that would in fact stop and seize all internet signals that are wireless, but you're not going to stop an Ethernet cable. Am I correct, Steve?
Yeah, not at all.
Because it's hardwired.
Yep.
So that signal jammer is useless if you're using an Ethernet cable. But the other question is, why didn't they cut the power?
That's a good question.
Yeah, it's a real good question, and I don't know. I don't know how attentive her neighbors are. I don't know who else. Maybe granted, at that time in the morning, it's there's not a whole lot of people out and about, but maybe it's curious that only one house is the power is completely cut out. And honestly, we've talked about this a lot. I don't know. I don't have a good answer to your question.
Coco, let's go to you.
I'm stumped on that one as well.
You should.
You made a great point. If you're going to go to that extent, you would have cut the power. And honestly, I don't think if I was going to do that crime, I would show up there multiple times either, though. If I showed up, I would, it's so dark there, I would show up to do the job, whatever that job was. I'm not going to put myself at that scene multiple times. It just gives people more, and especially if they're as good as people think they might be, you're not gonna take that risk.
All right, so a good investigator doesn't ask a question unless he has either A, the answer, or a follow-up theory. So let me ask you guys this, and we'll move on to the next topic. So let's say this was an organized, non-random revenge, get you back type of crime, which I think it was. Does that not kind of, by not cutting those services, and we don't know. I mean, those services could have been cut. We just don't know about it. But by not having the internet cut, the power cut, we know the Ring Door video camera, it could be on the house current, or it could be battery operated. In this case, I believe it was battery operated. So we have those three things. Would the attacker, and we're not pointing fingers, common sense question, put your hat on, wouldn't the attacker, if she or he knows Nancy Guthrie, they would know the answers before coming onto that patio? Nod your head if you agree with me. Right?
Yeah.
Also, they would know their way around that patio, even in the pitch dark, with a pen light in your mouth. So is it a stranger, or is it the same creepy video guy that made 2 attempts and the second one paid off? Or is it family, friends, associates, co-workers, or service providers?
I think it's both. This is
It could
just
be
my
both.
opinion.
It could be
I
both.
think it's related to the family. It's somebody that knows the house, but I think it's more than one person. So maybe one of the people did not know the house as well as the other people do. But that's my guess. I mean, everybody's guess is as good as the next person's right now, honestly.
So, Jason, we'll go to you, then we'll go to Dewey and let her move on to another topic. Let me ask you, you've been there. You know the surroundings, you know the area, you know the terrain. And I haven't been there, so I have to ask you because you've been there. If you went there and did a drive-by during the daytime, you had plenty of time to look at everything that you needed to look at in terms of obstacles, shrubbery, cactuses, cacti, whatever it is. You knew where that obstacle minefield was. Let's say you even took a video in the daytime of the ingress going up to that house, to that patio. And then you come back the next night, 2 nights later, boom, lights out. How well would that video provide in that second attempt? Would you still have problems getting around? Would you be stumbling? Would it make any difference?
Without a flashlight, no. You wouldn't be able to see anything.
Okay, even with, we know he had a flashlight. So would you still have trouble getting up to that patio with a flashlight? It's pitch dark. You're going to be
No,
stumbling, right?
you actually wouldn't. You wouldn't. If you had a flashlight and you were walking up there, you'd be able to see with no problem, because it's actually, the driveway kind of is like in a horseshoe, but it's basically it's all like, I think it's like rock, not like rock, but if you knew where you were going, then you would not have any issues getting to that front door. But if you, again, I mean, it depends on how well you've scouted out, from daytime to nighttime. I mean, there's a lot of shrubbery and a lot of stuff that you would probably hit, but you'd have to have a really high powered flashlight in order to see everything. And I don't know how high powered that mouth thing was that he had in his mouth, but I would assume you would probably stumble upon a lot of things that are out there because it's so dark.
And people in the chat are picking right up on this conversation. That's why I love this community, because they're sleuth detectives, Dewey. They're pointing out it was a full moon. Jason, how much did that full moon help the bad guy make his way up to that patio, that porch?
I would assume probably pretty good, because when I mean everybody's got gets a full moon, but I mean, and you've seen a full moon, it's pretty darn bright. So I don't know how much more lighting there was out there, for him to be able to see. But if you watch the video, and I go back to this, and I don't know how true it is, but it looks to me like the video that when he walks up, that it is already illuminated, that there is a light outside of that door to make it look, unless it was night vision, which it very well could have been, I don't know, but it looked like it was pretty well lit up, because that little mouth light could not illuminate it that much. So I go back and I look, and I'm thinking to myself, maybe there was another light, like a patio light, that was actually on, because it was pretty bright from the video that I saw. And it's
Well,
the
keep
same
in
video
mind,
everybody's seen.
most Ring door cameras, it's going to emit some type of light, if not a light itself. Am I correct on that, Steve?
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. The Ring door camera itself has the it's like a bluish white light.
Okay, then that would make sense as to why, when I saw the video, why it was so bright, because it actually has like a built-in light to it, I guess.
Dewey, you've been awful quiet. What are you working on?
Well, first off, I wanted to say one thing about the power outage. We have had somebody in here that has verified that there was no outage reported. They had full internet sources that day. So I absolutely think that theory is false in any way, shape, or form. But that's my opinion. Everyone else is entitled to their own opinion. But we have had 2 people that live in that same very area that can see Nancy's house from their hill. And to me, it was debunked.
I wonder.
Yeah,
about
and
that.
honestly, I mean, that level of sophistication is, and I'm not saying that this is who did it. I'm saying this is the type of people that have that level of sophistication, cartel level sophistication, professional kidnapper, abductor sophistication. I don't think people are walking around carrying, jammers with them to do this kind of thing.
Steve,
No.
do you
In the
agree with
movies,
me?
they
I
do.
mean, I've worked a bunch of cartel stuff, right? I've done 3 kidnappings
Harpies.
in the private sector dealing with the cartels. 1 was a lawyer, 2 were family members. If this was a cartel bad guy, he's not going to be screwing around at the front porch. He's going to kick the door in.
Yeah.
He's going to go in and do what he needs to do, and he's not going to stay in there for 41 minutes. He's leaving with Nancy Guthrie. So the cartel thing, you can almost debunk that by common sense.
Yeah, I know, and that's why I said, they're not. I'm just saying the level of
Yeah.
sophistication to carry around jammers and use that kind of equipment. That's not your run of the mill, this type of incident. So
No.
I would, when I heard all that, I was already not thinking. I would be, like I said, I was just looking at photos of this utility box around the corner, and I will be shocked if that thing hasn't been wide open for months at a time. Because
I mean, does it
of the
have
way-
grass growing up in it and everything that we would
no, but it's
suspect?
just it's in such disarray. It looks like it's been weathered. The wiring looks weathered, and so it looks like it's had access to the sun and to the elements for a while. It didn't just happen 38 days ago.
And how many people are going to be up at 2:00 in the morning going, "Oh no, my internet's out"?
Hey,
Yeah.
No, you're wrong. If they're following the People's Crime Network, they're up at that hour watching us.
Would be the case.
You are right. You're right.
If
That
they were
is
following
true.
the People's Crime Network 13 days before it actually went live, those people are really good.
Because it didn't exist.
It
I would do
did.
some
It
investigating.
did.
It
just
did
went-
exist. It just
it
hadn't
wasn't
been into
developed.
existence yet.
It was born. So I don't know, guys. I mean, I think you can debunk the cartel thing. That's totally out.
Yeah.
Here's something else. I'm immediately crossing off my list on that whiteboard, and when I get back, I'm going to do a whiteboard, guys, so we can have this stuff in black and white. I'm going to check off professionals. It was not a professional on that patio. So
No.
we know it's not the cartel. It's not professional. So now it comes down to Is it family, friends, service workers, or somebody related to somebody that knew the inside of that house? But let's go back to that 41 minutes. To me, that spells cleanup.
I would say he's not a professional, but he's not an idiot either, because he hasn't been caught yet, or she. They haven't been caught yet. And
That's a good point.
they thought about things like the phone. I believe they did. I'm just guessing. They thought about being tracked by their phone. They covered themselves up so that they didn't leave very much DNA evidence. So they did think about it a little bit, even if they weren't professionals at it.
That's a good point, Rich. Or
Yeah, it was.
Coco.
I mean, it was planned. It was definitely planned. It was well thought out.
Was it well thought out?
I think it was. I think they knew what they. Well, see, there you go, debunking my theory again, because I'm of the opinion that it wasn't necessarily with the intent to make her unalived, and ultimately that's what happened. So I think it was thought out up until that point, and then the panic button was pressed. And I agree with you. I think 41 minutes, that guy was there to do cleanup. He was looking, walked up to the door, looked inside the window, possibly to see who was there to open the door for him, or, you know.
Here's a good question, Steve, while you're on that roll. Community wants to know, then why take the body?
The evidence.
Yeah, you've worked, you've done something so that either hair or touch DNA, sweat, something is going to identify you. And so, especially, and go with me on this one, especially if it's somebody that's related to the family or an associate that's been in that house, your DNA is probably already in the house, but your DNA is not necessarily on the body.
Or in the floor.
Right. So you're going to have to clean and take evidence away so that you're not identified. You've already been in the house, so your DNA could be on a coffee counter, you know, you name it. But this is a way to hide the rest of the DNA.
Steve, let me ask you a question about the DNA, and you've dealt with a lot of cases on the science part of this thing. Let me ask you a question. So you have the Smith family, and Mrs. Smith is brutally attacked and unalived in that house. The bad guy takes Miss Smith out of her house for whatever reason, we don't know why. But you have Junior, Sid, Tom, Mike, Betty, and Sarah that are either family, friends, or service workers that have access. And you hit this point. Those people's DNA they're going to be found in that house somewhere. Am I correct?
Yes.
Let me flush this out, and I'm going back to a statement that Sheriff Nano said. He had made a statement regarding the DNA, and he used the DNA in the context of the red shiny stuff. Then he caught himself and says, well, there are a lot of forms of DNA, right? So you try to kind of regroup there. But the point of that is, he said that they were having trouble separating that DNA out of that crime scene. Does that not point to possibly family and friends and all the above, that they're having troubles? If you have DNA on the lamp and the kitchen and utensils, and then you have DNA that's on the floor. I mean, what was he trying to say that he meant not to say?
Yeah, I mean,
Or am I making more of that than what it was?
No, I think, you know, because people want to say that DNA is an exact science, and it's really not. You know, if multiple people have touched the same area, their DNA is on a particular item that we're testing. Being able to differentiate between family members, being able to differentiate on a particular item that we're testing, being able to differentiate between family members, being able to differentiate more people is almost damn near impossible. And so I think, he was alluding to the fact that, there was, I think he meant to say there's a lot of DNA in there, and, you can't separate it all. It's just not, and it goes, my mind goes back to the Idaho case. That I think, a lot of people want to talk about that not going to prosecution, not going to trial. And I think the prosecutors realized in that case that this ancestry DNA attempt was going to be difficult because it had never been tried that way before.
But hold on, let me bring you back to what we were trying to flush out. So the sheriff came out on a Friday, I think it was, and said that everyone's on the table as a person or a suspect. We haven't cleared anyone, basically, right? And people in the chat will correct me if I'm wrong. But the following day, and I think it was a Saturday, he immediately came out and cleared the family. We remember that, right, Steve?
Yes.
So my question is this, Strickland: if they were having problems matching up or separating DNA samples in that crime scene, would that, honestly, it would clear the family because they've all, I'm assuming, been swabbed. They should be able to check that immediately or within a reasonable amount of time. So does that in fact clear the family if their DNA is not mixed in? I know you're answering no, but explain why.
Yeah, for the plain simple fact that we just talked about, you can't separate the DNA. And so I take exception to him clearing the family, and I don't know if it's just stupid mistake or if it's intent, but nobody is cleared. As far as I'm concerned, there are 0 people that have been cleared in this case. You can interview them all you want. You can polygraph them all you want. 0 people have been cleared in this because the DNA shows everybody. And so right now, everybody is on the table still, as far as I'm concerned. It is, there's no way to differentiate any of that DNA at this point, and he knows it, and he said it. And so, no, I mean, there's, as far as I'm concerned, 0 people are cleared.
Okay, stop and listen to this one. And, we get off on these tangents and this fairy tale theory, and everyone's theory is legit, right? But we kind of lose, you got to stay in the center. So let's back up and let's go to Annie Guthrie's home. Let's go to her garage, where obviously they were blacklighting luminol, looking for some type of substance. But here's the biggest question for you and Coco. How many crimes have you investigated where you towed a vehicle? Number one, it's expensive. The storage bill is expensive. You have to put that vehicle in an inside locker to where it's not contaminated. Rich Brown, the car has not been released.
True.
Why?
They still feel like that person's of big interest to them.
Can you get a little excitement under your words?
Yes, I can, because I heard it has been released and it's actually being fixed. What do you
No.
think about that theory?
No, you're wrong, and let me tell you why you're wrong. It has not been released by the Pima County Sheriff's Department, period, to date, to this time, right now. The Pima County Sheriff's Department said it's out for repairs. Still under their custody, Dewey.
There you go. See, I was just reading what I was told.
And that's
Here's
like
the
I talked
problem,
about
you get
when I
so
talked about the
much crap out
GPS.
We're talking
You know-
Andy Guthrie's car, guys.
Right, but that's what I'm saying, because allegedly that car is it the same car that allegedly Tommaso took her home in? Yeah. So when you step inside that car, these cars these days, when you sit inside of them with your phone, and your phone connects to the GPS and all the computer inside that car became a big evidence collector. And so
Isn't
that's
that crazy?
oh,
when
it's
you think
amazing,
about
and I
it?
love it. I love
You-
taking people's cars and tearing their dashboards apart.
I
'Cause,
know
mean,
I know a
you
guy
can't
here in my
lie.
hometown that used to transport, you know what's all around. Like he's served time in prison and he used to drive like fancy cars, Corvettes and stuff. One time he
Yeah.
got stopped on the highway and he's told me stories about it of how he ripped out like the doors, you know, panelings, and that's where they would hide stuff just because they knew that cops had to go even further to get into that. But cops love to break that stuff apart. And one time he had to pull over on the side of 70, and sure enough, they busted everything apart in his car to get to it.
I actually arrested a guy for transporting illegal substances in his glove compartment, and I removed the glove compartment and submitted it as evidence of concealing the crime. So I love, yeah. So that's what they're doing is they may be politely fixing the car. They don't have to. Well, if they have a search warrant for it, they tear it apart. They're not required to put it back
They're
together.
not required,
So
yeah.
they may
There's
be
a
politely
house down
doing
the
it
road.
back together, but that car, as far as I'm concerned, that car will not, if there's evidence in it and they found evidence in this computer system, this GPS, luminol, whatever,
It
that
will
car
never
is,
be released.
it will never be released until after
No.
trial. And most likely what will happen after trial is it will be destroyed.
So, I mean, you know, it's that's what we're here for, guys, is to, you know, come up with our theories and flush things out and where our common sense at. But Rich Brown, we can't get away from the facts that we know, and we must maintain those facts in some of our theories, because just like Steve Strickland said, there's no one cleared in my mind. What about you?
Oh, and you know what? This is why I like your whiteboard, because there is so much stuff out there. And I would say 85% of it is bogus. And it's hard to keep track of it, to be honest with you. Just like this situation we were talking about with the car. You thought that it had been released, and you're saying it hasn't. There's so much bogus information out there, it's hard to keep track of it. So you have to put it down on paper or on your whiteboard to keep track.
Well, and I think it's so because people are saying in the chat that they feel like it was released for repair, but they wouldn't release it for repair if there was still something wrong with it, correct? As in it was still part of the crime?
If they're still interested in it, like Steve said, they're not going to let the car go.
No, they own it.
So I don't
And
know.
just to
my
let you
car.
guys know, they're saying there's another neighbor that has been on a live that's talking about that they didn't have power, but they wouldn't release it to the FBI and this and that. You guys need to understand people come out of the woodwork for attention, and everybody right now is Nancy Guthrie's aunt's brother's cousin's neighbor. So just remember that all these people that are related aren't really true. So just when you go into lives, keep that in mind about the people that are telling you, I live next door and I'm so-and-so's aunt's cousin's brother's whatever.
And
They're
one
not.
more thing, we'll leave it with this, but you know, I don't know how many investigations that the three of us guys have done. I don't know how many years of experience we have on this panel tonight, but it's got to be 25, 50. We've got about 75 years of experience here tonight, right?
Yeah.
You, as a law enforcement entity, you do not have to be truthful with anyone you're talking to include the media. You put out what you want to put out. And this statement that the car is, quote, air quotes, out for repair, they could be possibly doing additional digital stuff to it. They could have sent it to an expert digital lab. So, you know, if you backtrack some of the stuff that Sheriff Nanos has said, he's backwalked and tracked back some of the stuff he has said, right? That could be, this is an opinion. That could be just a way to say, hey, you know, we've got the car, but don't keep your eyes on Annie and her husband. It's out for repairs. That could be buying them time. It also could buy them time with the suspect.
Yeah, and that's a good point when it comes to saying that we've cleared family members. Again, I'm buying time. As long as they're feeling comfortable, they're free to move about the cabin, like Jamie likes to say. When they feel that comfort level, that's when you get the slip ups. And so, yeah, it very well could be the exact same thing.
Hey, Dewey, real quick. I know you're
Yes,
super
sorry.
sleuthing.
Somebody's trying to send me a message. Becky Boo. I don't have any messages to accept from you. Sorry.
Can you give the channel a cheap plug?
Of
Just to get the, I'd like to finish this thing with at least 700,000.
So first off, we need some more heart me's. I see a lot of people in here without heart me's. I tried to interrupt really quickly and tell everybody, if you're in here and can drop a heart me, we need heart me's. Jamie should have more heart me's than he does. 550,000 taps. We should be at 1 million.
Should be a
1.2 thousand people in here. Y'all keep tapping the screen as fast as you can for 5 minutes. Everybody tap. Your fingers should be wore out.
Rich,
That's when I become bossy.
Yeah,
And
I
make
just
sure
want-
after you drop the heart me, you collect your points or it doesn't count.
But I just want this thing to show up on the FYP because we've got some smart people in here, Dewey. And here's the deal. And guys, if you know me, you followed us from day one. There's a lot more smart people out there that I want to get into our community because they bring a lot of good stuff to the table. They may not know that we're here. So I'd love to build this thing up to 10,000 people, man. What if we
Definitely
had
need to get
10,000 theories?
some A+ listers in here for sure.
Yeah, it would bring some A listers, A+ listers.
We already had the A's and the A minuses. We need to shoot this thing
Yeah,
up.
I agree
enough
with
of
you,
us
Steve.
common folk.
I didn't even have to open
I
my
am
door.
proud
to
that
walk in. I
Jamie
just
got
crawled
his
under
green
it.
screen up tonight.
You know why I did that, Dewey? I'm traveling. I'm not in the studio, right?
Right, yes.
I'm actually doing this show from the toilet.
Hey,
It
that's
sounds
okay.
like it.
That's a little
So no
too
one would
much
see the
information there, sir. Really. I mean, you've been on there for a while. We can call rescue.
Guys, this is the same account. He just didn't tell me he was going to change his name. And he didn't know that once you change your name, you can't change it for 7 days.
So I could change my name to the @real Jamie Copenhaver right now, and everybody would follow me.
Yep.
Yeah.
There
Wow,
we
for
go.
7 days I could be Jamie
Well-
Copenhaver.
I'm not changing my name for quite some time.
So just so everybody knows, this is the same channel. This is the real Jamie. And this is why he needs to ask for permission. He can't be doing stuff alone like this. This is why I've got to
This
stay
is-
in charge.
This proves I'm not under your control. And guys,
Yeah,
we're
kinda
doing some
psychotic.
rebranding, so we're going to bring something a little bit better to the platform. I'm not really worried about the name. We're going to rebrand some stuff, but just stick with this channel. And before anything is changed, Dewey, it's going to go through my manager, Dewey, the producer, and she'll make that announcement before any changes come to this name.
And then we're going to drop, that's when I'm going to have you drop your stickers for your heart me's and all that good stuff. Once we get everything going. Dewey, I'm from Indiana too. Nice to meet you, Nicole. Are you
Yeah,
from
you-
Carlisle, Indiana? Because I'm from Terre Haute, Indiana. And if so, we're close. We could meet up tonight. Let's go. Saturday night, I went and met people off of TikTok at 1 a.m. Y'all missed it. Y'all missed the shit show Saturday night.
I saw it. I was spying.
Wait a second. You did what?
I went and met people at the casino Saturday night at 1 a.m.
Yeah, I saw
All
you
from
won
TikTok.
$1. I saw you won $1.77.
No, that was a loss. That was a $120 loss. That's what they cashed out. I did not gamble. I do not gamble. Dewey was left unattended that night. It was Jamie's fault, y'all.
That's dangerous.
You just said you don't gamble. You take some serious risks.
I gamble my
That's
life.
gambling.
I don't gamble money.
Hey, can we blow some people through the boxes? Maybe real quick to give
Yeah, we don't have
everybody
any
a chance to
requests.
come on?
Everybody request up and I'll start taking them in
Come
order.
You can take
Bring
me
it.
down if you need to.
Oh yeah, I
Did you-
was gonna tell off the bad guy sitting across from me. He was scared.
Yeah, I saw that.
Were you proud
Guys,
of me?
pop on here. Let's go. Let's pop on. Let's get these questions going. I want to give as many people as possible by 10:30 to get in the box. And just like my good friend, my stepsister, Marcy. Hi, Marcy.
Hey, how are you guys?
Doing well.
Oh wait,
Good.
somebody's echoing. Hold on. Okay, now talk.
Am I good?
Yeah, you're good. I think it's Jackie. Jackie, you might have to drop out and come back.
Okay. So when Jason was talking earlier about the lights, I have to bring this up again. I am almost positive she had outdoor lights on, because if you watch the guy walk, you can see his shadow from it starts from the top, right? So you can see his whole body shadow. So I would love to know more about, if those are motion lights or if they were on or anything. But anyways, my question is there any truth to anybody know that the FBI, I guess just a couple houses down, have been trying to get somebody to answer questions and they're not really being helpful? Is that true or?
I'm only hearing what you heard, Marcy. I'll let the other panel chime in if they know something differently. But I in fact heard that. I saw that on another platform. We're not supposed to say which. We're not supposed to name it. But yeah, I did see something to that. I know that Fox Digital may have put out something on that, but I haven't seen anything since. But yeah, I heard that. Yes.
Yeah, I'm really interested in that, and I wonder if we know if that's maybe the same house that supposedly lost footage around that same time too, because if they're debunking the whole internet situation and just one house doesn't have the footage and maybe that one house isn't the one cooperating, it'd be interesting wouldn't that be just insane if just right a couple houses down? Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with that. Somebody brought up the jeweler, the gym guy. Remember him? We talked about somebody that does high-end gyms on her street that is her neighbor. So, I find that we don't do coincidences, but I find that very suspect that you have a guy doing high-end jewelry or gyms. Could this have been the wrong house? We talked about that, Marcy.
Yeah.
Has anyone heard whether she had a lot of jewelry in the house? Was she the type of person to wear a lot of jewelry or no?
No, not that I'm aware of. Nobody has said, because the question was everyone keeps saying if it was a robbery gone wrong, there was nothing missing in the house, but we don't really know that.
No, we don't know what the inside of the house looked like.
We don't know
either.
what was on the inside.
could've
Savannah
been
hasn't
awful.
spoke out and said, this is what's missing.
The only thing that I have heard, and this is probably just speculation, I'm not even 100% sure. The only thing that I have heard that was not missing, that was on her counter, supposedly, was her wallet and her keys, and her iWatch or whatever they call that. That's all that was there. And if somebody was coming in to take stuff, that would have been one of the first things that they would have probably seen and taken.
Yeah, you'd think.
We have said that. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, please.
We have said that so many times that I feel like if they went to do that, her purse was there. I know for sure. They said her purse was there and there was $300 left and it's still in her wallet. And I could see if it was a robbery gone wrong and they had went in and right out. And so that's why they left it. But it wasn't. They were there for a long time, we know.
Marcy, let's play this out for a minute, okay?
Yeah.
So you and I are going to hook up, and we know that there's someone that does high-end jewelry or gyms or what have you beside her house, hypothetically. We get this information, and I've said this, guys, I don't know for how many years. Crooks are not rocket scientists. They screw up, they make mistakes, and they're stupid, period. What if the wrong house was targeted? What if this was in fact for a high-end jewelry theft, a home invasion, You come in with a backpack full of flex cuffs, other bags to gather jewelry up with, and lo and behold, you hit the wrong house. What do you do, Marcy?
Uh, take off. I would. Shit, I don't know. I don't know. What do you do?
I don't know. I mean, you're going to panic, but if you're there and you've planned this heist, and people do get the wrong houses. I've unfortunately been part of 2 warrant executions where we hit the wrong house by mistake. It happens. I mean,
Yeah.
these are trained SWAT operators with whoever's authoring that warrant guiding the SWAT team in, and you hit the wrong house. I've seen it there. We certainly know of other home invasions that have targeted home A, and Steve and Rich can back me up on this one. They hit home B. So, if I was doing that, I certainly would not want to leave a trace. I probably would take the body. Because
Yeah.
keep in mind, hold on one second. When you get into that house, there should be a safe. You're going to have to wake up the homeowner to open that safe. So if it was the wrong house, you're going to go in there and wake up whoever's in bed. In this case, it's Nancy Guthrie. Hey, give us you need to open the safe or else. And bad things happened, and it turned violent. I mean, that's another spinoff to this thing, guys. I'm not discounting that out. Steve Strickland, let me go to you.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that.
Okay.
So I have to debunk back to you because, okay, so we do know that the perp was there 2 different times.
But we
And
don't know that. We don't know that because you have never ever seen video footage that is date and time stamped with
That's true.
anything.
That's
So you can't say that it was 2 different times. It could be 2 different people. It could be the same person that took their backpack off and changed their shoes at the car because they'd been in and wanted to change it to remove any evidence.
okay, fair enough.
That would
where
go
did
on
we
our
get,
whiteboard.
yeah, where did we get the 11th and 31st dates or whatever though?
That's just what's being reported.
Oh, okay. So we don't know any of that for sure.
No.
No.
Okay. So I guess I can't debunk your theory, but I guess my thing would be is if I knew I was at the wrong house, I mean, if supposedly nothing was taken that we know of, if you know you're at the wrong house, wouldn't you just kind of, oh shit, and jet? You know what I mean? However, we don't know if the safe was open. We don't know if there is a safe. We don't know if anything was taken, yada, yada, yada. I'm just, sorry, go ahead.
No. Well, someone mentioned in the comments that that's a good theory that they hit the wrong house. She had a heart attack and she died, or became unalive. But the problem with that is aspirated blood at the front, or red stuff at the front door.
Right.
That's why I don't
So-
believe the finger cut from the live that was seen.
Yeah.
And then why are you going to leave the money? If you were there to burglarize the house,
No,
So
they're
you're
not
after
there to
jewels,
no,
after
no. They're not there to burglarize Nancy Guthrie's house. They're there to do a home invasion on a person that's suspected of selling high-end gems or jewelry.
Yeah, but are you going to leave with nothing?
I would.
There's nothing there to leave with. She's not. It's the wrong house. It's a woman in bed.
Well,
Yeah,
it's-
but I'm still taking her jewelry.
Yep.
I'm
No,
still
you're
taking
wrong.
some. You better believe that. That $300 that's in my wallet
Nope.
or in her wallet's
Absolutely.
going in my pocket.
Absolutely not.
So that's where I have to come back and say, so now we know that she was hard of hearing, correct?
Yeah.
Do we know that?
We know
I-
she wore
We know she wore hearing aids, but
Yeah. But how
Can you
how
do a
sensitive
poll?
her ears are, we don't know.
Can you
right.
do a poll on my theory and see if we get what do we get? I want to hear from the community.
She had hearing aids and she was getting ready to go to sleep. Normally you would take them out. So maybe if it's 1 o'clock or whatever
Oh
time
my
it was.
gosh! Did you all see the train?
That was cool.
That was
The
cool.
train.
No,
Whatever,
I'm making a poll. I didn't get to see it.
I don't have my glasses on.
It was so
That
whatever
was cool.
time it was, of the time that she was taken out of her house at 1 something in the morning. There's not very many people that my grandparents or anybody that I know that wear their hearing aids at 1:30 or 2 o'clock in the morning.
That's where I was
So-
going.
So how do we know if she even had her hearing aids in at that time, and if she didn't, she would never have been able to hear somebody in the house.
That's not
And
true.
that's-
We don't know
How-
how bad her hearing is. So she may be
That is
wearing
true.
hearing aids that are not set as sensitive because she's not that hard of hearing. She just needs them for somebody that maybe is talking to her from across the room as opposed to sitting right next to her.
Steve, you do have a point. That's a good
So
point.
that's
I
that's
didn't
the only
think
thing
about
I'm
that.
saying is we just don't know how bad her
Well,
hearing is.
Hold on, you guys are like a bunch of defense lawyers or politicians spinning the whole thing. I don't care if she has 14 hearing aids on. My question is, if you're there and you target a house and you go to the wrong house, you're going at it's 2 in the morning. There's no lights on. There's no one up. You make entry to the house. You're like, okay, where's the bedroom at? You go to the bedroom and you find this person laying in bed. You don't know who it is. As far as you know, it's the person that you're doing the home invasion on. And
Let's go.
that's
Three
my point,
percenters
Steve.
unite. 3 percenters unite.
Hey, we're doing a poll. We're doing a poll.
I know the poll's up.
I'm taking whatever I can get.
Me too.
Not
I'm
gonna
telling
be a
you, if
waste
I
of
had to
time.
drive there, I had to have gas money. And if I found out
No.
there's $300 in her wallet, I'm taking that shit,
No, you're
Come
not.
with
putting it in
me.
my pocket and getting gas and lunch.
No, you're not. You're
Yep.
going to panic because she woke up. It turned physical, and she was unalived accidentally because of the physical altercation. And now you've got 41 minutes to clean up what you can clean up, pack her body up, and leave the house.
I agree with you. If that would have been like there was a physical altercation and all that kind of stuff, but like if you knew you were at the wrong house and here's this, kind of young or old lady, gentle old lady in bed, yeah, as athletic as we think he might look, he might just be able to just push her down and take off, or not even have to do that, or just take off. I mean, obviously there was some, if we're going on that theory, there was definitely some sort of, whether she pulled the mask off and realized what she was seeing, or I mean, I don't know. That's why
I'm taking an
Hold
Apple
on, this
Watch
is-
for my troubles.
Hold on. This is the most exciting poll that we've ever done.
And I'm going
I
to
love-
sell it.
it's
I
50-50.
love
isn't
mixing
it?
it up. I
And
love,
she was-
I love it. Listen to this poll, guys. Jamie's theory. I love this community. They're so truthful. Jamie's theory. A, yes, came in at 40. You listen to this, Strickland and Coco? My theory, yes, was 49.4%. No, 50.6%. That was with 168 votes. Don't you
We
love
have
this
1.2
community?
thousand people in here. Why the heck didn't anybody else vote?
That's like
I
3%,
love that.
right?
Steve and
the
I are
3%ers.
right. You're wrong.
3%. I love that poll. That's the
And the
best
blood
poll
that was
ever.
out front, if they unalived her in the house, then why did we have oxygenated blood out front? So
I voted 12 times. I'm just saying.
12 times.
that's what it is, Steve. He voted for himself. How many times?
I mean, Jamie,
3%.
if you did that, you wouldn't have taken something for your trouble.
No.
Just get the F out with the body or whatever.
Yeah, think about it. What if she woke up and a struggle ensued, and boom, Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall. Humpty Dumpty made a big fall, and she hits her head on a nightstand, and she's unalive. Just don't shake your head yet, Strickland. I know you won. Don't gloat. No one likes a gloater. But Marcy, but you're gonna. What would you do? I mean, would you just run and leave all that evidence behind, all the DNA, and you've touched her and you've struggled with her? I'm just throwing it out there. But obviously, here's the deal, Miss Marcy. Our community said no and rejected my theory. I love that.
And if you're crazy enough to go in somebody's house and do a home invasion, you're not really going to be that scared if somebody gets unalived. Honestly, I think if you have enough guts to go into a house, an occupied house, then hey, whatever happens, happens. You're not going in there thinking everything's going to be perfect.
Right.
And I know for a fact, well, okay, I can't say I know for a fact, but I would be willing to bet that both of you, Jamie and Rich, have both responded to right house, wrong people.
Oh yeah.
So they go to do a home invasion. They go to the right house, but the previous owner was the one who had all of the the goods in the house, and stuff happens on the inside. And I've worked plenty of those cases where they still take whatever they can get because they didn't get what they went there to get.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's, I'm just saying, my theory won and Jamie's didn't. And so,
Dude,
Yeah, and of course, I think it would depend on how it all went down. Of course, like obviously, if there was something and she fell, hit her head, you maybe want to make it look like an accident or whatever and leave it. But at the same time, like I feel like if there's DNA on her, then there has to be DNA on Comforter or whatever. Maybe somebody touched, taking the bite light out of their mouth, or I don't know. I'm just curious. I was more curious if anybody had heard about the whole neighbor situation, but I didn't know.
but then again, like we talked about with the DNA, where's our DNA from the guys who went into the wrong house?
where's our DNA from the guy that took Nancy Guthrie?
I have my theories.
I
Yeah.
think that if
I'm
that
not
really
willing to
happened
tell you, but
and she was unalived in that bed, and I was in a hurry, I'd have picked up sheets and all and put her in that and taken her out the house.
Right.
There wouldn't have been a thing left.
Right.
Dewey, I have a question. It's a housekeeping matter, and I worry a lot, right? Well, I'm getting better. I'm getting thick skin. To hell with the trailer trash. But listen, the People's Crime Network just voted pretty strongly against my theory.
They
I
did.
should wear that as a badge of honor because our community is so honest and so tuned in. You can't beat the community that we have. And guys, just thank you for that community because, Steve, I was blown away at that poll, right? You won.
And remember
Steve and I
how
were.
full that backpack was of that guy. So if your theory was correct and he came to the wrong house, she was in bed at 2 a.m. She was asleep. He had the stuff in the bag and wrapped her up, and away they went. But do you really think that would have taken 41 minutes to get her out?
No.
And I don't have a problem with that part of Jamie's theory. Backpack contains several other backpacks in order to get all of the jewelry out of the house. If that's the theory you go with, I don't have a problem with that. So the backpack being full, that doesn't negate Jamie's losing theory. It's just, to me, that backpack was full of cleaning supplies and what it was going to be necessary to finish the job that had already happened.
I think it was
here's
a
the-
setup.
I
Somebody
just-
had already went through the back door, and he was watching through the front side light for that person to come in and do what they had to do, and he went in and cleaned up whatever he had to clean up.
That could be
I
the
did
case
that.
too. You're
I
right.
did that for a little exercise just to have some fun, but I don't buy that theory. And Dewey, you and I talked about that weeks ago. I still don't buy it, but it was fun to do. But here's the deal. And Steve and Rich, we've investigated these crimes we have 75 plus years of experience here. If you're going to do a home invasion of a jeweler, of a Nancy Guthrie, no matter who it is, you're going to go and you're going to kick the dadgum door down, period. You're going to go in violently, quickly, fast. You're not going to be screwing around on the front patio. Is my opinion.
Yeah. The more I keep thinking about it, I keep watching that video, and it's almost like I don't think he was in a hurry because whatever needed to be done was just about done.
Was already done.
Yeah, he was basically going up to the door so that they could open that door, let them go out the front door, and he could go in that door, but wanted the camera gone so they didn't see her leaving or something, But who
So
knows?
they could actually say that they have her body because maybe that first ransom note was real. And if they didn't take the camera footage, they would have never seen the body come out the front door.
See, I go back to our criminal profiler who and we're going to get her back on, Leslie, and Susan Constantine. I mean, let's go to Leslie. I mean, she's adamant about this being nothing but a revenge event. Go in, cause the carnage because you're madder than a hatter at somebody in that family. But I don't know. We need to get Leslie back on.
I believe that it was all a setup. Everything was done for a reason. and I still am kind of convinced the first letter was real. I'm not going to lie. I think the
Jackie,
first one was real.
Hello.
Jackie, you're the 13th caller. Welcome.
Hi, welcome. Thank you for
Hi.
having me on.
Where are you calling from? Where you at?
I am from Massachusetts.
Go Mass.
I do not have a Boston accent though because I'm from Cape Cod. So, and I grew up in military with my dad, always going back and forth to different places. So I don't really have a Boston accent. Sorry. But I just have a couple of theories. One, I feel like the gloves that the person was wearing were not medical gloves. I feel like they were too thick. That's just my feeling on that. I feel like they're more industrial, maybe like electrical gloves or something of that sort.
Jackie,
I
let me ask you real quick. When I first saw that video, right, I was like, wow, these gloves almost look like boxing gloves, right? Because the way he had his hand, but that was just an optical illusion. But don't those gloves remind you of some type of the PAM? What am I trying to say? They keep your hands from getting dish hands. Those big, thick dishwater
Like
gloves.
the thick, but usually they come in other colors too.
yeah,
I don't feel like they were a medical rubber glove, like a thin rubber glove.
I
Is
feel
that
like
what
they're
you're
more
saying?
industrial, like
Yes.
maybe
Yeah.
if you were an electrician or something not burn your hands with, something of that sort.
Okay, not to interrupt, but to interrupt, but I'm back in her theory here. Is Dewey? I sent you a message last week with the picture, and I circled the spot on the glove where I don't know if you can show that to everyone. Where I think that there's a strap on the glove.
I think I saw a strap on the glove too. So
Okay, so see, I'm a good
So
detective.
does it look like maybe motorcycle gloves with that has that strap, to keep them on? Is that what you're saying?
you could be right on that one. Those could be motorcycle gloves.
I don't know if it's that or like
Some of that.
I maybe like even kind of like she was saying like leathery or rubbery or something because they are shiny-ish, but I'm hoping she can pull up that photo because I circled and there's like it almost looks like a Velcro strap or maybe even tape or
No,
something.
I would almost bet to say maybe he's got a Harley. Maybe this is who I've been looking for.
It
You're in
could
the
be
wrong
motorcycle
state,
gloves,
Dewey.
honestly.
Okay, yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that, but
Like right here, you can see the flap of it right there.
Yep.
Like a Velcro around the glove.
it's something. It's some kind of a strap or tape or something, and I noticed that, and that's why I sent it to you because I was like, we gotta.
Like here's his arm sleeve and then the strap with the Velcro that goes around. He's got a freaking motorcycle.
I wonder that. And somebody in the room actually put in, what if it was a gang initiation type thing? All these different theories are incredible, honestly, because that could just.
I think it's a leather black motorcycle glove.
I
Something.
definitely
And I'm
think
sorry,
it's a
Jackie, didn't
thicker glove than medical for sure, because being in the medical field, you know how flimsy those gloves are. You take them on and off.
Oh yeah,
and
they rip
more than
instantly.
5 or yeah, exactly. They're ripping. Even if you wear 2 and 3 pairs, they're ripping through. Secondly, I was wondering about the cameras because I have cameras of my own and they're all battery backed up. So even if we lose electricity, I can still see what's going on in my home. Why are we not able to see any footage of her being dropped off at the home that evening? I understand the Ring camera is very small, so you can't capture a lot of things with a Ring camera. But on home cameras, I have them on probably 10 points of my house. At any point in time, I can get footage from them with or without a subscription.
Well, it depends on the angle at which that Ring camera is set up and which wall. So is it set up on the wall that the door is on, or is it set up on the wall that is
Did she
perpendicular
only have
to the
a
door?
Ring camera, though, and no other cameras in her home?
We don't know that. Well, they have said that they were looking for the other cameras, but they haven't released anything. But I can say
Gotcha.
the camera that is on her door, I have one very, very similar to it on my door right here. And the front of it pops off and there's a battery inside there, and then it has a charger that you charge the battery, but the back of it, how it's just screwed to the back of the house, I think hers was just that. It just had a battery in it, and you have to take that battery out and charge it. So
Yeah.
I don't know if their subscription thing is real or if maybe she just didn't have a battery in it to be able to record any footage.
Okay. And then my third and final question is about her pacemaker. If she became unalived, would her pacemaker stop at that point in time, or does it still keep on going?
It still keeps going.
Okay. That's all I had for this evening, folks.
Hey,
Thank
Jackie,
you. We appreciate you.
You're
Hey,
welcome.
Jackie, will you do me a favor?
Sure.
Are we stepsisters and brothers now?
Sure.
Can you please share this channel with about 10 or 15 of your folks? I'm trying to get this thing up to 10,000.
I certainly share you out every time on, but I will certainly share it out some more.
And one more thing, the name's going to change again, but before that name changes, Dewey will make an announcement so everybody can get on the right channel. So I apologize for that vulgar name, but I was trolling the trolls.
That's okay. I missed on Saturday night because I was out with my husband. We went to the casino in Connecticut and went and saw a concert, so I was not able to be live that evening. Everything went down.
Dewey just recently visited a casino too, Jackie. But I don't think he's there to gamble.
Jackie, is it the Foxwood Casino?
No, I was at Mohegan Sun.
Okay, I was hearing that the Foxwood Casino is the largest casino in the world.
It's one of them.
I'll have to come take a visit.
I'm not a gambler. I couldn't figure out what I was doing. I only gambled $5.
Me either, girl. I don't see the interest in it. I'd rather take that $100 bill and flush it down the freaking toilet. I would get more pleasure out of seeing that because I have no idea what's on that screen or any of that crap means. But there was a guy there that won $130,000 last week.
Have a great evening.
Thank you, Jackie.
Bye, Jackie. Have a good night.
Once he changes the name, everybody will be notified except for me, since I won the theory.
Not just you. It'll be Rich and Jason too.
Okay, we're gone. We'll go. Everybody, bye, everybody.
Hey, Steve, we'll start our own.
I'm just gonna start at the actual Jamie Copenhaver.
At the actual. Do you know how many messages I got about that account too?
No, mine's gonna be the actual. Two
Yeah.
actuals.
Two actuals.
Actual of the actual.
Hey Trish, are you there? Trish. Hello?
You guys, somebody in the chat said y'all could be the 3% team.
I'm trying. I'm having jackets made up with patches on the back right now.
3%ers.
Hey Mike, thanks for sending your family over.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, guys. That's why I came up on the panel just so they could follow me over. We had another great live, and I wanted to make sure that they came over to you guys afterwards.
Thank you. I'm humbled.
We appreciate it.
That's so kind.
No, I appreciate you guys.
Dewey, we have some big shoes to continue to fill.
That's okay. I like to help fill people's shoes.
Mike, where are you from, if I may ask?
I'm in Jersey.
Love Jersey, man.
Yeah, you and I spoke a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, I remember
I've
that. Yep.
yeah.
So is Snooki still a big thing up there?
No, they're falling off the radar finally. And I'm not far from Seaside. So they're finally starting to fall off the radar. I think the situation just opened up a rehab around here.
Wow.
So he's starting to do some good for the community with his
really?
fame. Yeah. I don't hear much about the other ones though.
They'll all need a paycheck in a couple of months and they'll go on another vacation.
Yeah.
That was something, man. That thing blew up. It was crazy.
Yeah, and that's just like a Friday night in the Jersey Shore.
It's always that way, right?
So, listen, guys, I'm gonna drop down. Like I said, I just wanted to make sure that my followers saw where you guys were, so they were able to come over. My again, greatest family in all of TikTok that come into my lives, and I wanted to bring them over to yours as well.
Thank
We
you, man.
appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. I'll let you drop me down.
Thank you.
Dude, that's
They're,
incredible, right?
they're saying that Schnooky has been diagnosed with cancer.
Oh, wow. I hate to hear that.
I think I did see that.
So prayers for that.
Guys, we're like 140,000 away from that 1 mil.
Pamela, what's up?
Hey, Dewey.
Hello,
Well,
how
first,
are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good.
Well, I'm just have a couple questions. Like, something you said about the wrong house. Now tell me, if somebody's going to go into a wrong house, they're going to automatically say, "Oh, let's email and call for a ransom letter," right? So that doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, we've debunked Jamie's theory.
Yeah.
Way to go, Pammy. I appreciate that vote of confidence.
Not that I'm trying to be against you, Jamie,
You're
but
part
I'm
of that
just saying that
3%er, darling.
logic,
No, thank
common
you,
sense.
Pamela.
That's where
Thank
the
you for
common
your
sense
support.
hat's on, right? You
Yeah,
got
she
your
had her common
sense
sense hat on. Exactly. Common
See?
sense hat. Perfect,
Give me
Pamela.
the mic.
Dude, the common sense bit me in the rear again.
Yes, yes, it did.
Yes. I'm sorry, Jamie.
But you
That's
know,
okay.
Jamie
That's
did
all
say
like
that
a
was
sister.
not really his theory, y'all. He said that at the end. He
Yeah,
was
I
really
know.
just trying to get you guys aroused and
Yeah.
Look at that.
Anyway, another thing, I'm thinking of this now. I don't know if it's been brought up, but like the timeline, and I know we don't really have a timeline. Like if you were called, they called the church called whoever it was, either Nancy or Savannah, to go see her mother's missing. If you go to the house, are you not going to automatically just go in the house? You're not going to knock and you're not going to do it if your mother's missing. And as soon as you go in the house, you're going to know something's wrong, right? And you're going to yell for Mom, Mom, are you here? Are you here? Wouldn't you automatically, as soon as you didn't hear her or you seen the house messed up, aren't you going to call 911 because she's not there?
Oh, Pam,
no,
you just
instead I'm
had
gonna
it.
call my friend that works for the government.
Yeah, I'm going to call my neighbor in China and see if they can come and help me, right?
You just had to go there, didn't you, Pam?
So I have to ask, why was that? Why did she call whatever his name is and not call 911 first?
But I'm saying, why did it take them an hour to call 911?
That
We will
doesn't make
never
any
know.
sense to me. Oh, you're
No.
right, Steve. We will never ever know.
Oh, I do think we'll know at the end of this. I think it's going to be in the
Yeah.
arrest packet.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
I put up a video in the Discord. If you look at it, the guy's named Marley and Me. If you go to look through his videos and look for his idea about how it's completely different. I mean, I don't want to go through all of it. It's about about DOJ and I know a lot of people say no, it's not linked to the Epstein files and all that, but he says he has a lot of inside people giving him information and stuff. So I don't know if you want to check him out or not, or if you want him to come on the panel and talk to you. But
Yeah, we'd probably get banned if we talk about the e-files, but I understand where you're going.
yeah, I mean, I'm sure he knows. He's on TikTok, so he knows not to say certain things because he's been couple of his videos. They took away his comment, so yeah, he knows not what to say and stuff like that. But I'm just saying.
Now, here's an interesting comment from Loopy. Loopy says that she thought, or Loopy thought that someone was called after 7 minutes. Now, guys, that's my understanding, coming directly from Sheriff Nanos, that it was an hour plus before they contacted anyone.
Yes.
Can anyone tell me if that's true, false? Because that's what I heard.
Jamie, if you go to the Associated Press, which I know you're a big fan of,
Yes.
their timeline says they arrived at the house at 11:56 and the call was placed at 12:03.
Yes, ma'am.
So I
Let's
keep
say
getting
that.
confused where everyone's getting this 1 hour from. And I've looked at Associated Press, NBC, CNN, Fox News. All of them have those same 2 times. And then everyone's saying they called Mark Kelly first. The only thing I've seen is Mark Kelly did an interview that Savannah called him while she was on her way to the airport. So I relate that to when my dad passed away and I was on my way to the hospital. I called my friends then and said, I'm on my way to the hospital. Something's happened with my dad. And he says it very clearly, and I think it's even on his TikTok page. He said, Savannah called me Sunday afternoon. She was on her way to the airport. And then I called the sheriff and the police department to see if there was, just to see what was going on. I don't think Savannah called him and said, can you call the sheriff? My mom's missing.
No, I absolutely don't believe that either. And I don't think that that's the theory that people are thinking. I think that they're possibly thinking if she knew her mom was missing, the first thing they would have done was call the
You would
police
think.
department.
Well, time out for a
But why
minute, because
wouldn't they
Loopy,
call
hold on
Annie
one second,
first? She
respectfully,
lives right
Cam.
there.
Loopy
Annie
just
went there.
Loopy just said that the sheriff originally put out an hour, but according to Loopy, the sheriff retracted that and honed it down to 7 minutes, not an hour.
That's a big difference.
Yes. That's right.
Because I did hear an hour when the first press conference happened, and then I heard he retracted his statement to 7 minutes, and I'm like, wow, that's a humongous difference in time.
I mean, it's in I don't know. Coco, what do you make of that? I mean, sheriff says an hour, then retracts that and says 7 minutes. I mean,
Par for
we
the
should
course,
certainly
right?
have that call
Your-
on record of them calling.
Your guess is as good as mine. I mean, that's
It's
the
like
that's
the other
the thing.
day. One day he says it's on Saturday night. He goes there with his crew, and the next day he says he goes there and his family was already there. The family was already there on the Sunday. So I mean, he's retracted that. He's retracted most things he said.
Well, we've got a pretty smart community, and a bunch of them has chimed in on this. And one of the community
Yeah.
members says, "Why not within the 5 seconds of knowing that she's missing? She's 84 with health problems."
Yeah.
Okay, we don't know what they walked in on, though, do we?
Hey, really quickly, I'm going to interrupt you,
Yeah.
Susie. Barbara, did you have something else you wanted to put in? I want to make sure that we get her in just because she was up first.
Hey,
Sorry.
Barb, I'm
Sorry.
sorry. Go
Okay,
ahead.
hi everybody. No, I've been listening to the case from minute one, like most people. I look at it from a money standpoint. You have a daughter that's worth 50 million. She makes 8 million a year. Her son is worth money. He's retired. He was in the military. Nobody speaks of him too much. I don't know why he rubs me the wrong way, and I have no reason to feel this way. There's something. He didn't speak much. He stayed in the background, it seemed. Now Savannah came.
I think he's just not a friendly person. And the only reason I say that is because my dad is a very closed person.
Okay.
And I can tell you if something like that were to happen, my dad would stand there with his sisters and be very silent.
No,
And I
and,
think that there's
and I'm
just men like
sure,
that.
but this is so big of a case, They had 400 men on the ground looking for this woman, helicopters, and why can't they find the body?
Right.
With all the people out there, volunteers and everyone, why can't they find something? I
Does
think
it?
this goes much deeper, and maybe there was problems before it got to this. And this is just the result of something that started before the actual event.
All right, Barb, you're gonna incite me, so we're gonna talk about it. You ready to talk about it, Barb?
Well, I'll try. I'm not as intelligent as you.
Oh, yes, you are too. I don't do anything, but I'm the guy that finally learned how to hit the on button. You people
Okay.
are the sleuths, okay? We're just the host. See, it says host. Well, it says tracking trailer trash. That's embarrassing. I'm sorry. Let's get down to the facts for a minute, Barb. Let me ask you a question. Respectfully, I say this, not knowing the status of your parents or grandparents or great grandparents, but you certainly have someone in your lineage that's alive that's of that age. Am I correct?
Actually, I have a brother-in-law. My parents and my grandparents are gone now. But I will tell you this, I'm from Connecticut, and a relative of my brother's is 59 years old, and she's been missing almost the same length of time that Nancy Guthrie has been missing, right here in New Haven, Connecticut.
Let me run this down and tell me if you agree with me. And panel, let me know if you agree with me. And we've covered this, Dewey, I don't know, umpteen hundred times, and we cannot lose sight of where we're going. We got to keep it down the center. I don't care who's in this community. If you have a loved one, I don't care if they're 1 year old or 101 years old, and you're a celebrity on a major network TV station. You have connects throughout the entire industry. You have a platform where people will come to you now and get you on video. Are you not going to be on the TV every day until your mother is returned or that loved one?
Absolutely. That's why I'm upset, because she's back home.
Where is Savannah?
Yes.
She's in New York.
No,
She's at home.
where is she? Why are we not hearing from Savannah? I would be on the.
Well, I think
Put
that's
yourself in that
because they won't
position.
let her speak.
Who?
The police or the FBI or whomever won't let her speak.
Are they going to stop you from speaking of your loved one?
No, not me. I'm Italian, nutty. You know what I mean? And I would be speaking. I would be in the streets speaking. I would go nuts.
No one would mute me. No one. Even the trailer trash hot trolls that we had here last week, they wouldn't mute me either. Because
Correct.
come hell or high water, I'm going to be on some platform every single day talking about my
And she
mom,
has TikTok.
humanizing her, showing pictures, showing her everything that I could about my mother until it stopped.
And the thing is, she has plenty of resources and she has plenty of money, and so does her brother.
Mhm.
So money talks, as far as I'm concerned. And at the end of the day, this is about money.
And I saw
I
some in
think it is too.
the chat that said that she's given up. Okay, so really, you would give up without the body of your mother being
No. So that
returned?
tells me that maybe they already have the body. If she's giving up, then maybe they're holding back information from the public and they have the body and they may have someone in mind that they're going to make an arrest, and they're not going to tell us. I know here in our town in New Haven, I have friends that are officers, and they always tell me things like, we don't tell you everything. We're not going to give all our information to the public until we have a solid case that we can wrap up in a nice bow.
Rich
Thinking the
Brown,
same
what view on
thing.
that?
Savannah
Are they
knows.
concealing that, Rich? Let me hear you chime in real quick.
I was chiming in anyway. I was cutting you off there. I actually agree with you for once on that, because Savannah seems like she already knows, and I've thought this for a while now. She looks like she already knows what's up, with her mother.
Yes,
And that's why you
and I
don't see her
agree.
on.
I
I
agree.
agree, but if she's found, they can hold that back from saying that she's been found.
Well, they're not ready to say it because they had people that were asking for ransom money, correct? So maybe they're hoping they're going to write again, and they have to make it look like she's still alive, because nobody's going to pay you if you're gone.
Dewey, look, 1 million.
We're at 1 million.
I get
I do
nervous.
want to say, I think that they've found her, or that somebody has gave them a lead. I don't think that Savannah would just give up on her mom.
No,
And
she wouldn't.
whether
I don't
it
think
be
she's
that
given up
she
either.
was found, or I think that she knows, obviously, that she's been passed. And I think to us that makes it look like she has given up.
Steve Strickland,
But
I want
she
to go to
also
you on
has to
that
get
after
back to
Dewey's
life.
done. Strickland,
You
are
know?
they
I
going to
don't.
conceal that they found the body? Are they going to conceal that? Let me ask you in two different ways. Number one, are they going to hold that back from the general public, that they have her remains recovered, alive, or they know where her remains are buried? Is my first question. My second question is, Steve Strickland, are you not going to have leaks? This is the age of leaking. Chime in.
That's what I was going to say. Could they hold that information back? Absolutely. Putting together a case? Absolutely. But we all know that nobody today can keep their mouth shut. So if one person knows it, multiple people know it. Know that nobody today can keep their mouth shut. So if one person knows it, multiple people know it. And if I'm going to get paid whatever amount of money from TMZ, hard copy, whatever the latest shows are, New York Post, you name it, I'm making my money. The leaks are coming out. So I don't think it can be, unless she was found 2 hours ago. I don't think that there's any way that this stays under wraps if they had her.
Here's a confession, guys, and you may not like me after this, but I believe in saying the truth. Let's go back to the Tiger Woods days. All those pictures you saw that were posted on TMZ and Radar Online, both were my clients. I actually sold, they were both my clients. I actually sold those pictures to both of those organizations. And I sold them for some big money. They're my clients. They've been my clients at that time for about 10 years. We did all their investigation stuff. We did all their backgrounds. And I think that was big money back in the day for those exclusive Tiger Woods pictures, right? Let's fast forward to the Nancy Guthrie case. Steve Strickland, I'm going to suggest that if you had that information on Nancy Guthrie, that would sell for probably about 1.9 million.
Easy. Millions.
So I would be, the leak thing, I agree with maybe they're withholding a lot, but the amount of money that would be paid for that information would be millions. And you wouldn't have people leaking it.
And make no mistake, I mean, everybody wants to know our theories and who we think, and I'm not going to name names. Everybody's heard my theory, but I do not believe that she is going to be recovered alive.
No way.
So to think that they're holding her somewhere so that they can capture somebody so that they have proof of life. And like Dewey said earlier, that first ransom note, although she says legit, yes, I think it was legitimately from the individual who perpetrated this crime. I do not believe that it was legit in the, I'm trying to recover a Bitcoin for this information.
Right.
So I think it was absolutely somebody who was involved. I do not believe it was with the intent of collecting any money whatsoever. So she's not, I mean, I feel comfortable in saying this. If I were in Savannah's shoes at day 38 and my parent is 84 years old, without the medications that she needs to live, I feel comfortable in saying that at this point, I would have come to the resolution that I am not going to see my mom again. And so I think that's what we're seeing from Savannah. I don't think it's giving up as much as it is the realization that everything is slowly sinking in.
I agree.
And a lot of people, there is an AI video out of Savannah saying, I'm giving up. I know this and that and the other, and I'm going back to work. And that's not true, guys. So if that's what you're referring to,
Coco,
that's false information.
Well,
I saw that.
The
Coco,
one
real quick.
today shows
You'll be able to tell that it's AI.
Coco,
Yeah, it's AI.
she never came out of that house alive.
No, I think she's been unalived for the whole time.
She never
I
came out
said
of
that
that
at the
home
beginning.
with us.
I'm sorry?
Steve, what do you think? I don't think she ever came out of that house alive.
Yeah, I agree.
That's unfortunate.
And I think
Think about
Savannah probably knew that from the very beginning, to be honest.
Steve, can you give us a quick, Cliff Notes version? What would luminol detect?
Luminol will show you any body secretions, so the shiny red stuff. It will show you where that was, because you're not seeing it live, you're seeing where it was cleaned up, or you will see the shiny red stuff that has been sprayed or splattered. So that's what luminol will illuminate. And then they just use a black light and run it through the area.
So when they were at Annie's house, they would have just been looking for shiny red stuff with that.
Yeah. So whether they're looking through the car or they're looking through whether something occurred inside the residence itself, a lot of times it's used in areas where cleanup has taken place. And so they'll use it to illuminate where they believe something may have happened and somebody probably cleaned it up.
Hey, Rich, if you don't have something to say within the next 30 seconds, I'm going to have to disconnect you because I don't do sleeping panelists.
Oh, you just woke me up.
Look, I just texted
Well,
him, I'm
guys,
like,
we
Rich,
are at 1 million taps, 1.1K. So it has been an amazing live. And let's see, how many heart me's are we at? 632 heart me's. There's 1.1K in here. Drop a heart me if you're in here. Now! I don't see anybody doing anything. Thank you.
Dewey, where do you stand on Tommaso?
I don't think he's involved. And
Show
I
of,
know everybody's going to say, what?
show of hands, gentlemen. Is Tommaso involved?
my attorney says not to comment.
My attorney definitely says not to comment.
I believe that, Jason.
And I think the only reason you guys are saying that he is the suspect is because that was where he was last seen that we know of.
All
That
right,
we
stop.
know of.
That we know of. And
I'm
that's,
going to
and
call
I
you out
think,
now, Dewey. I'm going to call you out now. And guys, Dewey is, let me tell you, if it wasn't for Dewey, this stuff wouldn't work, but I'm calling you out. Steve Strickland, who do you look at first?
Jason's attorney has advised him to advise me not to comment.
So I know you guys go to the family and the people that are close to them, but obviously he is a suspect to
All right,
you
Steve.
guys because of that.
Respectfully, guys, shut the chat down for a minute because it's me and Dewey. And it's just she and I. All right, so
oh
Dewey,
no,
let me ask
I'm
you a
in
question.
Dewey's corner on this
Okay,
one.
well, Susie, you listen up. This is for you too. Why in good God's green earth, to both of you ladies, has the evidence recovery team been at Annie and her husband's home
6
not once,
times.
not twice, not three, not
6,
four? Hold it up, Steve. Let's see that big 6 times.
7, 6, 7. I don't
Hey,
know.
is it a possibility that maybe somebody else was involved at their home?
Yes.
She has a son, but I don't think about
The
that.
FBI calls it a clue.
Okay. And here's the thing, and I think maybe Jason will appreciate this, my thought process. It's kind of different.
Clue.
Okay.
38 or 39 days ago, I'm guessing 99.9% of the people in this chat did not know the name Tommaso.
No.
None of
Nah.
us never knew
Disagree with
him.
that.
But suddenly, we all know that he went to Nancy Guthrie and asked for $650,000, and she said no. Suddenly, we all know that he's a big gambler and he's owed somebody a lot of
That's
money.
all been debunked. He's not a
Somebody,
gambler. He doesn't owe any money.
exactly.
That's not true.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. I think people are projecting their own family dysfunction on this family. I mean, yeah, on the surface, they look like a normal, American family with an elderly mom. She's gone missing. Everyone handles it different. I don't think that the brother-in-law did it. And that's why I was wondering about what all the luminol could pick up. Like, could it pick up something that was used to maybe incapacitate Nancy?
If it has blood on it, or I'm
Dewey,
sorry,
did
red
you,
shiny
can you
stuff.
resume the chat?
Yes.
Yeah, but look, it's like that. They have no proof that he took her home either. But, there
Why
is,
is that?
that was the last place that she was, so that's why they were there. So I guess that's why they went in the first place, because
Why
that's
don't
the
they
last
have
place that
proof
she
of that?
was.
I think they do have proof. We just
Yeah,
don't
because
have
they
that
have
proof.
cars coming and going, but they don't see his? That seems odd. I, I think the whole case was screwed up.
I think it was messed up from day one.
I'm
Yep.
going back to I think it's the neighbor.
The what?
This is a
Neighbor could be
crazy
involved.
case, isn't it?
Neighbor.
So
I
here's the
believe all
thing.
these
If you
cases
guys
are
think
close
it
to
was
home.
him, if you guys think it was him, then why is Luke in question?
Dewey, can you do a poll? Do we think it's a neighbor or do we think it's family, friends? Listen to me very carefully. We're not accusing anyone. I'm just going on what I've heard and what I've seen. Is it the neighbor? Wait a minute. Let's see. How can we do that? Is it Is it family, friends, or associates, or is it random? Like the neighbor, etc. Worded however.
Jamie,
Do.
Jamie, I have to
another
regretfully not
option.
vote on this.
You're exempt.
I need another option.
I have to play Monday morning quarterback for a minute if I can, because this bothers me. The lady is 84. She lives in a huge house. She's lived there for 50 years. As she got older and she became ill, she didn't have a life alert necklace on. She doesn't have alarms on her house. She doesn't have cameras that work correctly. They go to the cloud. With all that money,
Right.
they don't even have a fence. Not even guard dogs. Nothing.
They have a fence. She has a brick fence all around the back of her house.
You mean a brick wall?
Yes.
Okay.
What about
But
the
when you
front?
see the pictures from the street, it looks like it's all open. Is that just in the backyard where the pool is?
But here's the thing. So we know she's hard of hearing. We know she has a pacemaker,
Right.
but we haven't heard anything about her being. In fact, we've heard the opposite. We've heard that she is rather mobile.
Right.
She doesn't have dementia. So, other than a pacemaker and not being able to hear,
Excuse me,
Bless
sorry.
you.
she's in relatively good health as far as we know.
Well, so am I, but I have cameras on my house.
Well, but unfortunately, not everybody does. I
Hey,
mean,
real quick, real quick to you guys, y'all better argue your case because I'm telling you right now,
Well, my
family,
case
friends,
is
and
not up
associates
there.
are winning by a large amount.
I need another option, Amy. Never mind.
Aliens, baby.
I know people that are dirt poor
Here's
and they
my
have
thing.
cameras.
Here's my thing with the cameras. My parents are in their 70s. They have no cameras on their home.
I don't think
They
my
do
parents
not
do
have a
either.
fence around their home.
Mm-mm.
No, I'm not a celebrity. No, they aren't. But the thing is, she's lived there, like you just said, for almost 60 years.
And
Right.
nothing's
She's
ever
very
happened.
well known. Why would she need all of that?
Just
There's
for
no
that
reason.
reason, because she's very well known. And because
There's
her
no
daughter
reason.
puts her all over TV, and people are opportunists today. And
But
there's
that's what I'm saying is she's 84 years old.
right.
That's what she doesn't care about that stuff. In
No,
her
no, I
age,
understand that, but as her daughter, I'm speaking like from a daughter's point of view. I would think if my mother had heart trouble and a pacemaker and that she can't get very far, I would want her to at least have a necklace if she falls down.
Like
How
a
many
life
people?
alert.
A life alert. I mean, how many people fall down and they say, "Oh, they didn't find me till the next day." You know, they didn't have the life alert necklace. She lived alone. You're saying if someone else lives with you, then they're going to find you sooner than not. But when you're totally alone, she lives in the desert. It's blacker than black. You can't see your hand in front of your face.
right, but she doesn't walk with crutches or a walker. She's
That's
mobile.
She
fine.
has a
she's
cane
very
in case she-
mobile.
I'm surprised.
She's
Here,
mobile.
that's
I mean,
And I
listen.
think
She still
she's
drives.
I think she's a very independent person. And
Right.
at her age, she's very set in her mind from what we know. And she has probably said, I don't want cameras on me all the time. Because I can tell you, my grandparents at that age had nothing. And my grandpa lived alone at 83 years old with no life alert, no cameras, no nothing.
No, I know my parents did too. I understand that.
So I don't
When
think
you're
it's
worth that
unusual.
kind of money, though,
And she still
again,
had a and she still had
I'm
a
from
car.
New Haven,
And
Connecticut.
she
There's
still
crimes
drove.
going on here like rampant all the time. If you have money like that, people are going to jump on any opportunity they can. And I think by plastering her all over the morning show maybe wasn't a great thing to do.
Hey, Barb, you want to hear their poll results?
Sure.
Here we go, guys. 69.23 says family, friends, associates, or others. 16% neighbor. 14% random.
There you go. Can
But,
we all be wrong?
but Barb, to your point, I mean, you know, are we just steered that way because of what we're wanting to be steered that way? Because the stats, and if you go back to the crime reporting stats that the FBI puts out every year, if you go back, the attackers, about 70, I think it's 78 or 88%, one of those is right, was by someone they knew, either family, friends, or service workers. I don't know.
And not only that, but to your point that she wouldn't be found, she also had a gardener, she had a pool guy, like she had people in and out all the time. So what I'm thinking is her family was probably they thought able to trust those people. And if she came to them and said, I don't want all that stuff on me, they probably didn't feel as though she needed it with the people coming in and out of her house all the time and her neighbors that are
But
there.
the houses there are not close together.
I understand that, but I'm saying the people that come and work in her home, they
Do
are there.
they speak English, all of them? Because they were saying on one of the lives that the pool guy went there to clean the pool and he wasn't even supposed to be on the property, but he didn't speak English. And he didn't even really realize anything was going on.
There were 2 times that the pool guy's been there, and there's never been a time that he's been stopped.
It's
You don't
probably a
think that's
pool
ridiculous?
company they've used for 30 or 40
Do
years.
I think it's
But
ridiculous?
isn't that a crime scene?
It's not
Not
a
anymore,
crime
I
scene.
think.
Is there crime tape up? They're letting people on there. A lady walked straight up to the front door the other day. We watched it happen.
No, I'm saying, but originally the tape was up and the
Depends on
pool
what
guy
day it
showed
was.
up.
Do what, Jamie?
Depends on what day it was, whether it's a crime scene or not.
Right. It was the first time the pool guy went, I thought it was still a crime scene. It was a few days after.
There was no tape up. Every time they've put it up, they've taken it right down. They've never had it. They have no trespassing signs.
But isn't that ridiculous, though, when you think about it?
Oh, I agree 100%. They never should have taken it down. And
Right.
and if you think about Annie's house, how many times have they had crime scene up there? But they've been there 6 times. Have they ever had tape up and blocked it off?
Nope.
No.
No,
But
they
there's something
haven't.
to be said for them going back there so many times. They're not doing that by chance. They believe they're somehow connected. In my opinion.
I would call that a clue.
Yeah.
What about this theory though? If the guy that went to the door, I meant he was somebody, but he wasn't tomato they call him, whatever his last name is. But he was actually like involved in it, but not doing this guy was like the hitman for him. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't do the actual crime. He had someone do it, but he was part of it or the head leader of it.
I wasn't even sure about his clothing. I thought he had layers of clothes on.
It completely looked like in the video, it looked like he had multiple jackets on or multiple shirts on
Yeah, I
of
don't
some
think the guy
sort.
at the
It
door
looked like
was
he was
Tomas.
it looked like the person was definitely. Now I don't know how cold it was that night. If it was raining that night, it might have been cold. I don't know, but it didn't look. It looked like the perp had dressed with layers. Just
Yes.
my thinking and me looking at the video over and over again.
I agree. I thought he had layers on. And at first I thought he was a woman. To
Oh,
look
see,
like a man.
I didn't think that it was a woman, but now that I go back and look at the video and I stop it at the perfect point, it looks like to me that the goatee and or mustache was painted on because it looked out of place to me.
Yes, I thought so too, and I thought that the eyes had blue contacts in.
Yeah,
I
I didn't
didn't
really.
think he had. I did not think he had blue eyes, but it looks like in the picture they're blue eyes. But it almost looked like they're fake blue eyes. You know how people
Like
wear different color
contacts.
contacts?
Yeah.
He's got to be really good at what he's doing if he went to that length.
Yeah, look,
Honestly,
wait a
Everything
minute,
he
wait a
did
minute,
on
wait a
you
minute,
camera
wait a
guys-
minute,
seemed like
wait a
an
minute,
act.
wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. How could Barb? Are we good? We friends?
Of course.
How do you know he had blue eyes or even brown eyes? It was night
I don't know how
vision.
you can really tell.
Because when they're showing the picture on the news, I was listening to Nancy Grace and she kept showing his picture.
That's why you're listening to Nancy Grace. She's probably
And
showing you some AI version of his blue
I
eyes.
don't buy any of that.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that, but
that's okay.
you
No,
got
I
to watch the
Yeah.
pictures that they put out.
Listen, I have very dark brown eyes. And when I use contacts that are blue, they show up very
I
almost.
think it was just the night vision on the
Maybe
camera
it was.
itself
Maybe it
that made
was.
them look as that as such. But
Right.
also, I think there's pictures circulating that are being shown that are not.
I've used night vision my whole career,
hmm
and maybe Steve and Rich can back me on this. There is no night vision that's going to show you anything other than what, Steve?
Dark,
Well,
black and white.
Black.
Gray.
yeah. I mean, it's green, it's black and white. There's no,
Yeah,
I
but
can't
you
tell
can't.
what color anything is.
You can't even guess what color. It's mathematically. It was science impossible to take an image from infrared or a FLIR and enhance that. You're just guessing, Barb. And that's look. I like Nancy, but she gets down the rabbit hole, in my opinion.
Sorry,
Okay.
I
I hope
we
we're
stayed
still
off
good.
that one. I kind of went on a tangent on her, but
No, I just thought his eyes looked blue. But when they describe him, they don't say he has blue eyes.
But there's no way to tell what color eyes.
Right.
You know.
Not really.
Right. So the pictures aren't accurate, is what you're saying, because of the night light.
Yeah, there's no way to get an
Well, the
accurate
original
picture.
pictures was in black and white, right?
Correct.
Until they did the AI thing on him, correct?
Correct.
So they
Um,
don't really know. AI could have made him green, blue, purple eyes.
Steve, here's your homework assignment for this week, Steve.
Pick on Rich.
No, I have to pick on you.
Have you ever
You just
said
woke-
he's
hold on,
You
level
just
hold on,
woke
or
Steve
not?
up,
hold on a
Jamie. You
second.
need to apologize.
Steve, can you get with Jeff Brown? And he has a scope that he uses for his little missions he does. Can you get a video of him scoping you at night with your eyes?
I'm getting ready to show you guys right now off my camera footage.
Yeah, I'm gonna see him tomorrow.
See if you guys can do a night video and let him scope your head.
You're gonna think you're weird looking in his eyes at night.
And so we can just see what it looks like so we can bring it on and show the people.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
You're Richard. Let me look in your eyes.
Barb, are we still good?
Yes, I wanted to ask a question if I can. Did anyone hear about the psychics that are making the predictions about all this?
Yes.
So there was several psychics that thought she was dead on day 3, or unalived on day 3. Did anyone hear that?
I've heard a bunch of that.
I did hear that, but
Craziness.
I've also heard that one of the mediums said that she was a half a block away from her home.
I heard
What they
I heard it
said
within a
is,
2-mile radius.
I may lose some followers and friends on this one, but if you're out there listening to psychics, Steve, what are they going to get? You've dealt with psychics on cases. What are you going to get?
Yeah, I mean, I've never worked with one that's given me beneficial information.
I tell you what I have done. I've arrested about 12 psychics in my career for fraud. So I don't buy the psychic thing, guys.
That's why I brought it up, because I didn't buy it either.
Yeah, I mean,
that
I've run down
answers-
tips, but
Okay,
That
so here
answers my question.
This is a night vision live. Maybe.
Well, there's a ring. We can't see
Yeah,
it.
we can see your
I know I'm
ring.
switching, y'all. I'm switching. Chill out.
No.
Watch them, Dewey. They'll get you. You're part of that 3%er. They are.
So everything is black and white in night vision.
Can't see
Okay.
nothing.
I don't know of any way that an AI.
You got blue eyes in that picture.
I don't know of any way an AI engine can determine what color anyone is. Their skin. You might be able to tell if they're light or dark skin, possibly, but you're not going to come up with an eye color.
Okay.
There's so much stuff out there that's just wrong on this case, Dewey.
It's like a big whirlwind. We just put it all in one bowl and put it scrambled.
But
I
here's the
think
thing.
he was acting the whole time. The guy that was walking up to the porch. I think he knew the camera was there.
Yeah, possibly.
So I have
All
a
right,
question.
guys, let's go until 11:30, and then we're going to call it.
I have a question for Jamie, Rich, and for Steve. A legit question. Do you
And then
think?
that's really quick. Hold on, Jason. And then that's without. So if she had a camera that actually had footage that was decent, it would have shown something.
Like green.
If it wasn't, if he had that in his mouth. So I don't know what to think of it.
Do you three guys think that this case will go cold?
No, there'll be an arrest.
Yeah, I agree. I think we're going to see somebody arrested. I think, I hate to say I'm with Dewey on this one, but I voted with Dewey on this one.
I think there's going to be an arrest. I think they know pretty much who's involved. Maybe not everybody, but they know if there's more than one person, they know who's involved in this, in my opinion. They're just trying to put their case together. And at this point, they have to overcome a bunch of obstacles. That's my opinion.
And Dewey, it's not because I'm embarrassed to vote with you. It's because I know what the guy on the other side is going to make fun of me. So,
Well, you're about to get muted.
Uh-oh.
I think that she never came out of her house alive. So,
No.
and that's why I keep going to, if Tommaso is involved, just hear me out for 1 second. If he is involved and she was at her home like we think, why were they there 6 times? Why weren't they at her house 6 times if she was unalived in her home and taken out?
Because they know more about this case than any of us know about it.
So
They
was
have
he
their
really
reasons.
at her house?
What? No,
Then
I'm
we
just
gotta
saying
go-
the best. Go ahead.
We got to go to the red stuff. Like, it's crazy. See everyone saying she wasn't at her house.
There's a reason those investigators keep going over there. They're not just doing it for fun. There's a reason. They have something. They have some reason why they keep going over there.
Right, if they're not involved, why go there 6 times?
what are we voting on?
I'm
Yeah,
trying
what
to do
are
a
we
poll.
And
If we're happy or
it's
sad.
12, almost 12:30 here. Jason.
Yeah, it is. Jamie, you're an
Exactly.
hour behind us tonight.
I was getting ready to tell him I'm out because it was an hour ago that we ended, apparently.
Yes.
Dewey, can you do one more poll
Yeah.
He's going to turn into a pumpkin if you don't hurry up.
quickly?
I already have.
An arrest? Yes or no?
Yeah,
I can vote on this one.
don't let Jamie do polls because he somehow it shows up in the chat. And
Jamie, I'm glad I got a laugh out of you. I'm not going to vote on this one, though. No polls for me.
You don't
Rich, are you
polls,
voting?
Jason?
Yes.
No,
there is going to be an arrest.
With
Well-
my situation, I can't really say a lot, and I can't really vote on a lot.
Guys,
I
it's
know
above
that.
my head. Vote right here. It's above the head.
It's not there.
It's
It will
not
be in
there
a
yet.
second.
You know, what's a little
Pies.
surprising is absolutely none of the information has gotten out to the public. Really.
Okay, 5-minute poll right above Jamie's head.
Guys, there are 1,000 people here. Let's get 500, at least 500 votes. Vote now. Yes or no?
And this is an easy one. Yes or no?
We're not saying who did it. Just vote. Will there be an arrest made? Yes or no?
It's
Like the
too
little,
compromised at this time to make a conviction.
there's a little blue pie up, or teal green blue, whatever it's called. Blue pie up there to click on.
Come on, guys.
You
Vote,
want a
vote,
piece of
vote.
pie or not?
260 votes in so far.
Vote, vote,
Let's
vote,
get it
vote,
to
vote.
500. Come on, guys.
Come on, because it has a timer on it.
And if you guys are on the East Coast, you guys
You
can
got
drop
4
another
minutes.
heart me. Drop your heart me.
You got 4 minutes. I'm out of coins. I didn't give you a heart me.
Sorry.
300 votes so far, guys. Come on, keep them coming.
That's only a third of us. Come on.
Heart me's, heart me's, heart me's. Heart me's and votes all at the same time.
You got three
All
and a
I
half
can
minutes.
say is I really can't wait for this to actually be done.
Yeah, we all can't.
What are
For
we
a
all
lot
going
of
to do with our
reasons.
time?
We can
Oh, there's
we
a
can
many more
always
cases.
Well, there's lots of other crimes that we can solve.
Come on, guys. We're stuck at 325. Come on, please. I don't ask for a lot. Let's vote this thing up. Vote, please. It's free. Vote, vote, vote.
Wants a detective? Oh, the detective, I guess.
Hey, while we're doing this, let's kind of wind it down, Dewey.
Guys, really quickly, anybody that's in the chat, in the boxes, anything, if you guys are requesting to get a box and you are on private, because there are a few people in the chat that are saying, hey, I can't ask, I can't get up. If your account is on private, I cannot accept your account. And for Jamie to go in and try to find everybody that's on private and accept it is difficult. So if you want to come in the box at any point in time, if you come in before you come in here, if you turn your account off private, it's very simple when you leave to turn it back on to private. I understand a lot of people do that because they don't want to be seen, but you can also just turn off your active status and people can't see your account.
Dewey, we're only at 337. If we're not at 500, I'm not reading the poll.
Oh,
Come on, come on. Take 2 seconds and
we got 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes to vote.
It's right there, guys. Just above
Right
my
above
head.
Jamie's head. Vote right above Jamie's head, guys.
just
Not
click
going
on
to
it.
read it. And
Yes
if we don't
or
get
no.
500, I'm not reading the results. I'll post
TikTok
it tomorrow.
yes, there is still a Discord, but I can tell you guys, if you guys did not have real names and you do not have your real picture, and I want to go over that really quickly too. When I said real picture, I did not mean that you had to put a picture of your actual self up, but when you come into Discord, it automatically gives you a generic picture. All I'm asking that you guys do is change that to something that's real. So A, it doesn't look like a bot, and B, we can relate to who you are from here to Discord. So I, in the last day, have gone through and started deleting the accounts that are not doing that.
Come on, guys. A minute 20. We only have 381. If I don't get 500, I'll post it tomorrow, the results.
Dewey, why won't it let me collect my points?
I don't know.
It's just showing that circle of that. Oh, it's actually like,
Try to come off of it, like go out of his thing, and then try to go back in it. Sometimes it just glitches. Vote, 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 guys. We have less than a minute left. Vote, vote, vote. Right above Jamie's head. The
Do you think there'll
clipboard.
be arrest or not? That's the question. Somebody said, what's the question?
Stacy.
Keep
Okay.
tapping, guys, they say. I don't know what
Will
that
there
means.
be
I
an
keep
arrest or not?
tapping. All right, guys.
Stacy's
We have 38
back.
seconds. We're getting
It
close.
doesn't say that you're off private. Box, please. You don't have enough.
We just hit 400. Come on, guys. Vote, vote, vote,
There
vote,
we
vote,
go.
vote. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Quick,
Come on,
quick, quick.
guys.
24 seconds. 23, 22.
Says you're not available. Stacy isn't available.
16 seconds left. All right, do we count it down? 8,
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, you guys know I'm a salty Dewey. I'm not going
Well,
to
it was
this.
close though. We still got 411.
So, can you read it, Dew?
Oh yeah, I clicked off of it. I could read it for a second and then it went off.
Yes, there will be arrest made at 82.24%. No arrest will be made is at 17.76%. So overwhelmingly, I mean, the community's got some confidence that an arrest will be made.
The thing is, how long before there's an arrest? That's it.
What came first, the chicken or the egg?
Hey guys, sorry.
Hey, you're okay. Just really quickly, we're getting ready to
Yeah, real
end. So
quick. Do you guys have any idea what the neighbor was moving out of his home in the boxes?
Yes, I can tell you from what JLR said. He was part of the Gem and Mineral Show, and he was moving all of his gems and minerals into his car to head down wherever to set up his tent.
Oh, okay.
And there was 2 cars that went there today into the house and pulled into the driveway. And they went over, they put up some kind of a sign, and then they went in the house, and then he went around to the back.
I'm gonna order a chicken and an egg and have it shipped to Jamie, and we're gonna see which one shows up faster.
Well, Jamie, if we have to go by creation, I do believe the chicken come first.
That's about as.
But we're gonna see which one comes first in the shipment, because that's about how this case is playing out.
That's right. But if we go by this, the egg's gonna come first.
Yeah. It's just
Jamie.
crazy, guys. Yes, ma'am.
This is probably way out in left field, but some friends and I were discussing it, and one of them brought it up. So she had stated that her opinion was that with all the other stuff going on, as far as other files, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Would this have been something being done to move her to a safer place due to something to do with that? My answer was there's no way that the family would do that, because this is this is federal penitentiary messing with the time of officers, higher ups, just to hide someone out from something. But is it possible?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't know if Steve and Rich has done anything like this, but I've had 2 people in my career that vanished and they went into a witness protection program. I personally don't know where they're at, but they disappeared because of something pending coming up. Steve, you have any cases?
No, I don't have any. Nothing like that.
So, I mean, it's possible. It's possible.
Less than 1 minute.
If that was the case,
Steve, you don't want overtime, Steve?
the enforcement.
No,
the
I'm
law
out at 12.
enforcement
Yep,
wouldn't
there it
have.
is. See you later.
Good night, Steve.
Hurry up. See, I'm turning to a pumpkin.
All right, guys.
It's past time for that.
I want to respect everybody's time. If we didn't get you tonight, Dewey, cover that, because we will get you the next one. We try so hard to get everybody through. Tonight was a little bit different. We had some lengthy conversations, but I think well-meaning conversations. We had some healthy theories and healthy conversations. This is our welcome back tour.
Melissa, good night. Guys,
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
he will be back to normal in the next 5 days. I want to touch base really quickly. I had several people come in on backup accounts, and then they messaged me on a main account saying, why did you block me? If you are slim to 0 followers and you come in here and you're saying, I can't hear you, Jamie, and you're trolling, you are going to get muted, because everybody else could hear Jamie tonight. Nobody else had a situation. And then if you message me on a main account, come in on your main account. Don't come in on a backup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you
whatever
say?
Dewey says.
I wasn't listening. She stopped, and I thought that was a good point to.
I couldn't hear her.
I was
Oh my
listening.
gosh, stop it, Rich. Rich is trolling now.
You want me to do?
Hey, stop it, Jason. Stop.
Hey, real
Because
quick,
I will block you.
Dewey, how come
It
we
just
always
happened.
get the Three Stooges below us at the end of all these?
Hey, y'all are about to get dropped out of here, I believe.
A minus.
All right, cool. Well, I'll start.
Break
I
my
hope you
heart.
guys have a fantastic night.
You too, buddy.
Good night.
Good
Bye,
night.
Jason.
Good night.
Jason, we love you, man. Thank you. Bye, Steve.
I
we
love you too, buddy.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Coco. We love you.
Good night, everybody. Good night, good night, good night.
Good
night,
night,
John
Jim
Boy.
Bob. Good night, Billy Bob.
Good night, Mary Ellen.
Yeah. Good night, Mary
Can I
Ellen.
just do it? Hold on, Rich. Don't do it yet. Hold on,
All
Rich.
right, go ahead. Knock me out.
I can't do it. I don't have a heart.
Oh.
All
Yeah.
right, guys. Good night. Thank you.
Good
Good
night.
night, family. Bye, Rich. Hold on,
All
Rich.
right, go ahead. Knock me out.
I can't do it. I don't have a heart.
Oh.
All
Yeah.
right, guys. Bye, Rich.